Host, Vish.
They're just bastardizing our childhood and the classics.
Chris.
Nintendogs drove me. It's what makes me want to hurt people.
Radical.
People in general still bitch about everything. It still doesn't change.
Let the podcast begin.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the VCR Podcast, the only podcast that predates itself in the moment the title is spoken. Adam, a.k.a. askcsradical, here with you guys. Vish and Chris above me, as per always. Episode 45. The first podcast
Above
of
you,
October.
as always. I like that.
And 3 months to go before this dumpster fire of a fucking year is over. And 3 months, not too soon at this point.
Which is weird because it also still feels like maybe April. Like I'm very confused.
Well, I'm hoping that it is October because we're seeing way too many fucking people kick the bucket. Now Eddie Van Halen's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was a hard one.
To be entirely honest, I'm more surprised it didn't happen sooner.
Well, but that's any guy in the 80s, right? But I mean, at this point, it's like, man, like, couldn't he just like... Couldn't we just not take anybody else away this year? Like, haven't we seen enough? It's
Well,
like
listen,
it's like that. What was the year that like literally everybody was going down?
2016.
It's like 16. I think when like
2016.
Bowie,
2016,
Anton
yeah.
Yelchin. Oh my god!
It ended with Princess Leia.
And then wasn't oh my god! Why am I blanking on his name?
No, that was
who played Snape? Why am I blanking on his fucking name?
Alan Rickman.
Thank you.
Wasn't all that 2018, or is that what you guys said?
I don't know. It all feels like the same
that was
year
16.
at this point.
No, but
Leia was in 2016.
Yeah, it was. Princess Leia, that year, she was like the last one, and she was arguably the largest one.
Good thing Google exists, and it was December 27, 2016.
When Snape died, or
Wow.
Carrie Fisher.
2016? Seriously? Jeez.
It's things like that make you go, oh shit, it has been 4 years. Shit, I guess time is fast and slow at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, it's the way they say it is, and this is what I agree. The days are longer, but the years are shorter. That's what it feels like. Years are going by like that. Days are just
I do get that point where I keep thinking, like, I'm about to turn 33 next year, and I'm thinking, like, okay, it seems like I'm getting closer and closer to the end, but then I remember, dude, it feels ages ago that I was 16. So you know what? If this is what another 16 years is, I think I'm okay.
So the thing is,
you can just remind yourself that your buddies Chris and Vish are like turning 38 next year. You fuck.
I'm turning 30, and I'm a January baby, so I turn 38. I'm the old man of the group. Of all my friends, I'm the old man.
No shit. He is the old man of the group.
setting.
He doesn't listen to anything. He doesn't hear anything. He doesn't remember much. You know, fuck. He's already our resident dementia guy.
I love how old man is 9 months older than me. Like,
hey, Chris, take it. Just take it.
It's not even you. Oh, of course I'm going to take it. I'm the baby.
To be entirely honest, though,
no, I'm the middle child. No one even knows.
I know so many people who are like 3, 4, some even 10 years younger than me, and they look older than me, or they look my age. So it's like
they've seen shit.
It's like.
Well, are they guys?
Guys, women, like...
I was going to say with guys, do they have epic facial hair or losing hair faster than fucking even I am? Because that would probably do it too.
Well, I know this one guy. He was actually the quarterback of our high school team. Nice guy, though. He wasn't like a jockey douchebag. He was a nice kid. And I remember seeing him on Facebook one day, and his hairline starts in the middle of his head. This kid's 2 years younger than me.
Well, I mean, look, because I shave all the time, as long as I keep this hat on, people could be fooled to think that I'm still in my like early to mid 20s. The second I take it off and you walk behind me, you go, oh no, that guy's aged a little bit.
Well, dude,
if you walked in with your hat on, I would ID you. I wouldn't even let you in a bar.
Dude,
I'd be like, get out, stop it. Get out.
Yeah, but the real question you should be asking is,
as terrible as your face is to look at, you definitely are keeping it together.
For now.
Face
for
and
now.
Physical wise.
For now. We'll see what happens in about a month and a half.
Adam, did we lose him?
I think we lost him.
I'm still here.
Dude.
Oh, Adam, if you can hear us, we can't hear you.
Adam.
Oh, my mic's not showing up.
Well,
that's not good. Okay, I'm going to break the stream for a second. So I'm going to disconnect from Discord and go right back in.
And he's coming back.
And that's going to start the camera shots. I hope that makes it possible now.
We can hear
Okay.
you now.
All right, everything's fixed now for the time being. We'll see how well that goes. I heard you guys the entire time, so I don't know what the hell was going on there.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not even using the
But
web version, so that's really weird.
This is true.
It's
Very true.
but yeah, it's like like that's why I say like I was telling you like old man jokes don't get to me. It's like okay, but it's also I hear one thing: don't complain about getting old. It's a privilege most people don't get because in all reality, while we have the average age increasing, that still means that there's many people who don't get to see adulthood or even get to really live. So
Yeah.
I never complain about getting old.
All right, I'm cutting this depression shit out.
Yeah, I know. It's bad enough.
That's for the post show, okay? So
The potion.
we'll move
great.
on.
Let me
We'll move-
drink a little bit more.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Let's actually go on to the proper intro here. Where we talk about what we do, and I'll start us off here because
and rest in peace, Eddie Van Halen.
yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'll drink Tang to that.
Oh, I have to get my drink. I was pouring some.
And since you're the big rock fan of all of us,
Adam? Oh, yeah.
I mean, any of us should really be a fan of Eddie Van Halen. I don't even care what kind of music you're into. Like, the guy's a fucking guitar legend. One of the best ever.
he's
Yeah.
what's it called? He
Yeah.
played
Classics.
He was the guitarist for "Beat It" by Michael Jackson.
And he did it for free too.
Really?
He did it for free. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Huh.
Anyways, so moving on. So I'll start us
Intro.
off. So, other than playing The Sims, because apparently this entire year has been Adam relapses into old games that he used to play a long time ago and then plays them incessantly for a while. I don't know what it is. Sims just seems to be that kind of game that I'll just turn on for like a couple of hours and just kind of dick around and just kind of chill.
It's because it's
Such a
just
good chill
fun.
game.
And then
It's
of
just-
course,
I've never played it, but
and I don't have any 18 plus mods in that game. Don't worry about it. But you know, fucking yeah.
why the fuck are you playing it
Lies.
then?
Yeah, I know it's a good point, right?
Ugh.
I mean, who
Last
else
time I
is
played that
who
game-
else is gonna fuck the Joker?
Last time I was playing that game, I remember my sim was having sex in a bed and there was a baby on the floor and the baby was on fire.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
sounds
know
like
how
Sims,
it
all right.
happened, But that was the
It,
sim.
it
It's
must
like,
have
hey,
been
my
some
character's
really,
getting laid, but the baby's on fire.
It must have been some really hot sex that the baby was watching.
I mean, it must have been two guys
think
too,
it was
because you're rubbing
ignored.
dicks together. You know, you might spark a fire that way.
Could have been.
I mean,
that's
it's
how it works,
it's
right?
it's science, guys. It's fucking science.
Oh, I got something to.
That's how fire was
I
invented.
got something to say in the post show now.
Oh, geez. Okay. Note to self: one day we're gonna actually have proper people watching the show, and eventually you're gonna be like, we want to know what the post show is like. I'm like, all right, you're gonna be paying for this one because there's gonna be a lot of people gonna unsubscribe after
Good
this.
luck.
Yep.
If you're watching the post show, you're paying us money for that because we might not see you again after the post show.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's definitely been nights we've been to the bar and even at each other's houses where our careers would have been destroyed.
Yeah, thank God there's no microphones in that.
Yeah.
You know, we
Hundo
got Nazi flags going around. You know, we got a bunch of black people just chained up and done like all the things, right? You know, fuck.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
okay,
just-
I'm
it's
gonna
a
kibosh
horrible
this
thing.
part of the conversation right now because in case anyone is foolish enough to actually be gullible about that, I don't want us canceled before
So
we even start.
the only
something.
people that would be gullible to that are fucking Nazis. So at least we'll figure out which one of our fans are Nazis so we can get them out of here, right? So it works.
That is true.
Exactly. That's a good chance.
It's a good
to do
plan, I'm telling you.
Fuck them.
But otherwise, like I've been trying to find some stream games, and originally I was going to go through the entire Master Chief Collection. But apparently, if I install Master Chief Collection on Xbox Game Pass, it doesn't actually install any games. So when I went to start streaming, I go to start with Reach because it's canonical, or not canonically. Well, I guess canonically it is. It's the first game in the timeline.
Yeah.
So I went to boot. It's like,
Yeah.
you haven't installed it. I'm like, fucking yeah, I did. I just like 100 gigabytes just got installed. There's no way. And I'm like, all right, fine. I'll try the fucking original Halo. And it's like, you haven't installed that either. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm not playing Halo on the stream. So instead, I ended up picking
Yeah.
another game on Game Pass called Night in the Woods, which I'm glad I did because it ended up being one of the fucking best things I've played, and I can't wait to get back to it the next time I stream.
Ooh. What kind of a game is
Cool.
this?
So it's basically as I just move it onto the stream here, I'm having trouble finding the button. There it is. So it's definitely a very indie game for sure. It's got this weird, like almost South Parky graphics where it's looking like cardboard paper sort of thing. It not in full South Park, but the way that everything's shaped. But it's basically a game
Paper
about
Mario.
Sort of, yeah. But it's basically there's no combat, it's just a visual novel sort of game. And as of right now, it's basically me playing like this this kid who's coming back from college, going back to this like small town and refamiliarizing with it. Like it's just a very like basic like getting older, like learning things, like finding your true self kind of story. Like it's very indie, like something that a college student would probably be super into.
Is it an RPG? Is it?
There's literally no specific gameplay. It's just go and talk. Like that's all it is. There's no like elements to it.
Very story driven, right?
And it's cool. And its selling feature is literally that it's some of the funniest dialogue I've seen in a while, and some of the like it literally. I had a moment in my first few hours playing it that I'm like, dude, this is literally like me and my friends. Because we always had that one guy that's just like, just like very over hyperactive and shit. Like, and
who would that be?
Actually, not me. Back in high school, not me.
Right now, who is it? Depends how many drinks he's had.
Yeah, I know. I'm already halfway into this tang here. So,
yeah, 5 me, 0 me.
But that's really been the selling point of the game, is that I've legitimately like stopped and to crack up laughing for several times in the stream already, and that's very rare for me to do. So, and it's not like there's no voice acting; it's literally just dialogue. It's just like text boxes and like some visual interactions. Like right now on the screen, there's the hyperactive guy, and he keeps waving his arms like this all the time whenever he's talking because he's so excited. And some of the stupidest shit comes out of their mouth.
We currently can't see Adam, so we don't know how he's waving his arms.
Oh, that's true. I keep forgetting about that. Just assume I'm a wacky inflatable arm waving tube man. Okay, that's all you got to do.
Oh, okay, that's what I was picturing. Adam,
same.
are these characters animals? Is this the one where they're animals?
Yes.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. I've seen / I haven't played it.
I tell a lie though. There is a slight bit of gameplay. For some reason, there's like semi Guitar Hero in it. For some reason, like it's just the 1, 2, 3, and 4 keys, but you're doing like small Guitar Hero stuff. And the first time it happened, it threw me the fuck off because I'm like, whoa, I wasn't expecting this, and I'm trying to like get it down, and I'm really struggling because I wasn't prepared for it.
Is it easier than the karaoke in Yakuza?
Yeah, probably, because the karaoke in Yakuza can distract you because it's so fucking funny.
Yeah, like you're too busy watching them sing that you're like, stop watching the music video, press the buttons.
I'm surprised, honestly, with Yakuza that they don't like just have the videos like out there so you can just watch it without the gameplay, so you could just like see it without having to worry about like focusing on button presses.
With Yakuza, the karaoke in it, are the songs in English or
no? It's all Japanese. I mean, there's English in the songs, but that's just because Japan likes to throw like random English phrases in there somehow.
Happens in Indian music too.
But yeah, nice. Night in the Woods has just been like a super like chill and funny game. Like I've had some genuinely laugh out loud moments with it, and it's starting to get to the point that I can tell that it's going to have some pretty either dark or like pretty seriously depressing themes in it too, because there's already like someone who's going through some major family troubles, like as they talk about. So there's definitely going to be some like pretty emotional stuff in there too. And I have a bad feeling of where the main character is going in this game, because they pretty much give this person a blank slate and just kind of gives them like a little bit of like a douchey attitude, and then you start to realize, oh no, this person's hiding baggage. Oh shit. So it's like any other of these kind of games. You're just waiting for the next shoe to drop.
And is there any like choices or anything where you get to choose how your character is, or is it all pre?
Sort of, but I don't think it's impactful choices. I think it's just more like you're leading the conversation how you want it to. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be like Life is Strange level stuff where it's like this could impact the rest of the game. I think it's just what moves the Oh, and if anybody's watching on stream, it's literally playing the Guitar Hero thing right now. It threw me the fuck off, and I sucked in the first song because I wasn't expecting it.
It's funny because that you mentioned Life is Strange, because the game, when I saw it on Twitch, it reminded me of Life is Strange with more comedy, and they're animals. Like that was the feeling I got.
Like it's definitely a much quirkier kind of Life of Strange. And that's what kind of sold. Like as soon as I started playing, I'm like, okay, this is kind of neat. And then once the dialogue really started getting into, once she started meeting new people, the main character, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna love this. This is fucking funny.
Yeah.
So yeah,
absolutely.
Next time I stream, I'll probably be back into that. I do plan on finally booting up Battlefront 2 and playing the campaign on stream probably next. We'll see what happens after that.
Ooh, Battlefront 2.
You know, I got it.
Oh, that was on PS Plus, right?
Yeah, so I got to go kill some rebel scum soon.
Yeah, no, it's I was actually gonna try to GTA with you before we were recording today, but I got so backed up in shit that I wasn't able to. But yeah, no, this game sounds like it's a good, fun experience.
It's a great stream game for sure too, because I've been struggling to do voices for all the dialogue because I feel like I have to. So, and of course, I have the lowest octave possible. So trying to do female voices is not the easiest thing in the world.
Hey, I'm just
my character's name is Brenda.
She's like,
my character.
Hey, I just want you to know that you're doing okay.
That's not so bad.
My character's name is Brenda. But
and then the crazy hyperactive guy, my entire voice every time is basically like Nappa from Team 4 Star's version of Dragon Ball Z, where it's just like, hey, what's going on?
Dude, you have to do the voices now.
I mean, I'm already doing the voices. I mean, basically, the 4 characters on stream. So the main character who's female is still my normal voice. That's the funny part of it. But there's obviously the super hyper guy. And then there's the like meek, like sort of nerdy looking guy with glasses, and I just kind of talk very softly like this, just because I want to know that I think that you matter, and I just want to know that I'm here for you. And
so
then,
you're Butters.
And then there's the goth girl who I just kind of go, oh my god, like this is so depressing.
I'm watching this stream, by the way.
Yeah, it's on the YouTube channel, but at least the first stream so far, and hopefully sometime this weekend I'll do another one.
I know what I'm doing tonight.
That would
watching the voices.
And then it gets to the point that there's so many characters that I'm pretty sure voices are overlapping. Like for every old guy, I either talk like this or if it's like a guy with a certain accent, I always talk like this because you got to give him a little bit of a Aussie British flair.
Oh, crikey!
I love it.
Oh, what are you doing there?
It was great for you.
Oh.
So yeah.
Crikey.
But yeah, that's basically what I've been up to until something else kind of kicks in. And it would have been Master Chief Collection, but I mean, I guess all things, are happening for a reason because now I ended up finding a really fucking fun game out of Night in the Woods. So I guess I'm not complaining too much.
Wait, so have you actually installed
Halo Reach? I haven't even gotten around to installing because I've liked Night in the Woods so much. I'm like, well, fuck, the game apparently can take like 16 hours to go through. So I'm like, shit, I guess I'm not in a rush.
Start installing it overnight so it's good.
But I'm lazy.
I'm too lazy to press a button.
You're lazy to have something installing while you're sleeping.
Yeah, I'm way too busy playing Sims and fucking everybody,
While you're sleeping, you're too lazy to have a game install overnight.
I'm asleep. How am I going to do that?
I don't know, Adam. This isn't called power and being on idle mode.
How can I hit a button if I'm asleep, Vish?
You hit it right before install and let it install before you sleep.
See, you said while I'm sleeping. So
this is true. He caught you.
But
caught you in your lies, for sure.
Speaking of lies, Vish, what have you been doing?
I was gonna call you a grammar Nazi, but let me go into real Nazis. So I've been I'm segueing into something. I'm not just like I haven't.
So you started Man in the High Castle.
No, he joined a Nazi regime.
Oh, well, fuck. I tried.
You know what the funny thing is? You're kind of close to what I'm about to talk about.
The Nazi regime or the High Castle?
All right, I'm preparing my seat Heil just in case, regime. Okay?
All right. So I watched Kim's Convenience season 4.
This has nothing to do with Nazis.
I know. I'm getting to it.
Before yet.
It was great. It's very hilarious. There was a lot of great character depth and development. It's one of the most like relatable shows, especially if you're an immigrant child and with fob parents fresh off the boat. It's just a great show, and personally, I think it should get the same accolades that Schitt's Creek got. So
Canadians can only get one good show. That's the rule.
I've heard Kim's
right now
is really good. It's the next show I plan on watching.
It's fantastic. No, it's like you watch it. It's like it's very relatable. Like you don't even have to be Asian immigrants. You just like are listening to it and you just watch it. It's like, oh, these guys are hilarious. I was like, oh yeah, my dad's totally like that. Oh, my mom would totally talk like that. It's very well done. It's very heartwarming, and it's kind of almost like a real life Simpsons at certain points.
And does it take place in the story in Canada? Does it ever mention Canada?
Only Toronto, and this is one thing I love about the show. They actually like, and maybe I'm doing this as a fanboy, but they actually mentioned the Raptors.
Okay,
Nice.
so there's some bias in there. All right, so we know.
No, but it's like you watch any show. It's like how often are the Raptors mentioned? Never.
Well, that's
You always
because
got the Raptors-
because we don't usually watch Canadian shows because most of them are pretty bad.
Yeah. No, I know. I don't. I openly admit that, but this time it's Kim's Convenience it's hilarious, it's heartwarming, it's a lot of fun. It's very relatable.
It's definitely
which is
very weird having
like-
Canadian shows like actually having like decent showings like in the last like 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's the thing with Schitt's Creek and Schitt's Creek. The thing is though, like you can tell they're Canadian shows if that makes any sense at all.
Oh yeah.
Not
It
even
does.
just the fact
It's
that they
the
take
quality
place
of
in
the
Canada,
camera
just
and everything. Yeah.
But it's
There's definitely a different
no,
style.
Yeah. So it's they're full out, and the cool thing is Simu Liu, the main the male child, the son in that show, he's gonna be Shang-Chi soon. Like he was supposed to be Shang-Chi next year, but as we all know, and maybe we'll talk about that later on.
I mean, we'll see it in 2030, right? So you know.
Yeah. When when Chris are in our
10 years.
50s. But it's
Wait, how you just added? No, that's too many. Slow down.
That's horrible
I'll
math.
be 47.
oh, we're in our late 40s. Never mind. Sorry.
That's fine. I'll still be sexy. That's all that matters.
And then
Sex appeal.
I don't know, maybe I just hated myself and wanted to make myself depressed. So I was just taking an off night last night, so I decided to watch 2 movies. I watched a classic. I think you may have heard of it, called Silence of the Lambs.
Nice. I love. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
So
Is that the one with the
the talking pig and
the
he's like
Wookiee?
a shepherd. No, that's the one with the talking pig and he's like kind of like a sheepdog in it.
I hate you guys.
No,
but
it's the one where he's trying to protect his house from Christmas.
So it's
God damn it. You guys are frustrating me
So
so
it's,
much. Because it's
I,
like, I know you're joking, but a part of me is like, no, why don't I know?
So I was when I like I fully understand. Like I've seen the movie, but never in its entirety. I've never seen the first hour of it ever. I've only
Really?
seen like the second half portion of it. Yeah. And
Oh,
what was crazy,
It's
and
so
I
good.
was saying, it's like Hannibal Lecter's not even the worst person in that movie.
That's the point.
he's not. Hannibal
Yeah.
Lecter is like, he's bad. He does some really bad shit.
Hannibal Lecter,
But it's not like he just does it randomly.
Hannibal Lecter in the end like does some of the most like horrible things, especially if you watch the TV series. But the idea is that he's the one that picks his spots, whereas it's all the other like crazies that are literally on this parade every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
And,
they're
like-
crazy all the time. And Hannibal Lecter just like picks one person. He's like, I'm gonna eat some bread.
Yeah, I mean, then you get into like Red Dragon, where like he wasn't lighting guys on fire and putting them in wheelchairs and like throwing them down like hillside roads.
Yeah,
I've never seen the
Hannibal
sequel or
Lecter's
the prequel.
misunderstood.
Yeah, you know,
No,
he's just he was
well,
just
no,
he was
wrong.
just a bit
I've seen,
famish, guys. That's all.
I've seen Hannibal
Yeah.
Rising.
We eat
I
food.
thought that was interesting. It wasn't great.
What
but
the
it was-
prequel?
Yeah, like when Hannibal was younger.
Yeah, that one I've heard is
that-
pretty bad.
Yeah, that's when they were just like trying to milk the franchise.
Yeah. So
Red Dragon was the last good one of the movies.
And
Like,
then you
it's
get
a
into the
wa-
TV series, which was fucking excellent.
and that's
I
funny
heard
that
that's
you love
very
that
good.
because you're not a big fan of gore at all.
But it's not the same. Like the thing with Silence of
Yeah.
the Lambs, the thing with like all the Hannibal stuff is you generally don't
It
see
happens
the
off
violence. It happens off screen, so it's more the
Yeah.
makeup.
Mm.
It's I don't like
Yeah.
seeing death. I would rather like
Yeah.
see like the ending.
But it's so fucked that this is an old man, and they legitimately needed a SWAT team to protect people. Like they had like 10 cops all armed, and just to stop him.
That sounds like American police to me. Send everything.
But Adam,
I like it.
Hannibal's white.
Yeah, but he's old, so you know.
Like
Yeah.
honestly,
The master race can only go so
now,
long. We can't have these old people that are damaging our people. We can't have that. We're never gonna have the Aryan race if we have a bunch of cannibals on our side.
That's true. He
So
should have been
speaking
killed
of
off
the
at 35.
Aryan race,
You
and
got
we
to
go,
put
here we go.
you got to put the cannibals in the camps just like at the rest of them.
like I think this is the first like I don't know if there's a record for this, but I think this is the first like Hollywood movie where they actually show jizz. Like they actually show like semen.
Oh.
Like when the guy
I do
like
not
threw,
remember that scene.
No, okay. So
I
the
wouldn't
guy
be looking to
was
have the
mastering
Guinness
and
World
threw-
Record of that, but you know.
and threw jizz on Sterling's face when she was leaving the mental hospital.
I'm sure there's some really like
Yes.
weird, like fucking no one knows about it, like D-list movie that has like much worse and did it much earlier.
Oh yeah,
Possibly, but
especially
it's
in
like-
the 70s.
I mean, for
It's-
fuck's
I
sake, there was a game on the
understand.
Atari back in the day that was about raping an Indian woman.
Yeah,
so
we
you
know.
know,
We
there's
Oh,
definitely the
that one I
possibility
didn't
that
know about.
sometime in like the 40s or 50s, there's some video of a guy of like that literally 5 people saw in a theater somewhere where a guy just jizzes on a woman's face and that's it. That's the entire movie.
Yep. It was called Man
it's,
Spirit.
That
Man Spirit of the movie.
I felt, but I don't know. Okay, so tell me one thing. If you got like you both have seen the movie, obviously. Tell me one thing. Did you guys notice that? Despite whatever it was, Hannibal wasn't in the movie that much.
That's the point. He's not meant to
No.
be.
That's the point.
Hannibal is not
Which-
the main character. He is the driving character.
Yeah,
When you go see him,
Yes.
it's time for the plot to move.
that's like
Same
what I
as
was
Red
looking-
Dragon.
Yeah, that's okay, yeah, that
Have you
that
seen
makes sense.
Hannibal, the sequel? The sequel to Silence of the Lambs, just called Hannibal.
No, I haven't seen that. I heard it wasn't that great though.
Oh no, that one's really good.
Hmm.
I really like that one. That's where Hannibal, like, he escapes after Silence of the Lambs, and it's about him being out in the world, and he's on the most wanted list, and it's about like where he is and stuff. It's a really good movie because it takes place a lot in Europe and stuff for a bit, which Hannibal, by the way, fits in perfectly over wherever he was, because he's all about like
A British
drinking
man fits well in Europe.
TNT. Yeah, true. But no, like where he was, his class, and what he likes to do. He likes to listen to opera, drink some wine, and eat some brain. Like,
Yeah, he's
So
he despite being a Hannibal the Cannibal, he was designed to be a very sophisticated character.
Yeah.
But then so when I was talking about the Aryan race, Nazis, and everything,
You watched Inglourious Bastards, didn't you?
no, but you're kind.
I'm
No,
guessing.
you're
I'm
not- you know
guessing
what, you're-
Nazi movies. I'm like, shit. So either that or Jojo Rabbit, maybe.
No,
Oh, come
but
on, Jojo
They're
Rabbit.
both okay. They're both great, and especially Inglorious. But I did watch because I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Black Klansman. It's just it just got put onto Netflix recently. I've been wanting to watch it because I was like, I just want to see the absurdity of this story. And fuck. I don't know how much of it is actually like full out accurate and everything. It's but there's just a lot of shit that goes on in that movie that I will tell you one phrase that David Duke, and Chris, do you know who David Duke is?
Grand Wizard.
Yes.
Yeah. He is the Jeff Bezos of the KKK. And there's 4 words I heard him say in that movie, which I don't know if he said before. And I don't know if it was in there intentionally or anything, but there's 4 words in there that really stood out. He said, "Make America great again." And they're just like some things that happen in that movie. Like there was one guy who was actually worse than David Duke. David Duke was actually like designed to be like a polite character in this movie. I don't know how he is in real life and everything. But there was one guy there. His name was Felix in that movie. And again, this movie is based off of fact, but I just like whenever I see biopics, I always question a lot of it. And this guy was like a full-out Holocaust denier, and Adam Driver's character, Kylo Ren, like he played like so. The premise of this movie is the Ron Stallworth, the black man who he called. He was the voice on the phone, but then Adam Driver's character played him in real life. So there was two personas of the Black Klansman, where it was the black guy on the phone, but a white Jewish man in person. And of course, as a Jewish man and another enemy of the cake of the Klan. So what was just like insane about it, it's like this guy never really identified himself as Jewish. He was never like really into the Jewish culture until he went on to this mission and this investigation. And this guy's like, you know, Holocaust never happened. It's all fucking made up. It's all bullshit. And then
even though they want to do it again, but you know.
Yeah. And Adam Driver's character is like, what are you talking about? It happened. I think it was one of the most beautiful things that ever happened. So it's like, it's just so fucked that like, and another one, like have you guys heard of this movie called Birth of a Nation?
Heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Have you heard of it? Yeah, I hope you wouldn't see it. So it's actually arguably the first movie ever made in Hollywood. And basically they showed it where the black people were enemies and the KKK were heroes. It's so well received by white supremacists that the Klan use it as a recruitment video. So new recruits who join the Klan, they show that movie to them. Don't
worry, we'll get them back when we put Wolfenstein as like actual like proper like historical material, because you know we just destroy Nazis.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's Black Klansman.
Fuck, if there was ever a movie that we need a Wolfenstein movie. That'd be fucking sick.
No,
it'd be a sequel to Man in the High Castle.
I mean, you wouldn't be wrong, really.
No, in fact, you don't. You know what? Don't even make a Wolfenstein movie. Make a show, because then that could explore more shit.
I don't know. I would love an hour 45-minute action romp of just killing Nazis like in crazy robot fucking cyberpunkish looking shit.
Mecha Hitler, kill him.
Fuck yeah! Why the fuck not? Let's do that in a movie. You can do it. You can do both. Why can't we have an action romp and a TV series that's a little more story driven?
You have a point.
And a little romantic comedy.
A Nazi falls in love with a Jewish woman. No, a Nazi falls in love with a Jewish man. Plot twist.
Hitler falls in love with himself.
So basically, probably about 20% of all white nationalists, they just won't admit it. I mean, I'm pretty sure at least half of them are already gay because they can't stop talking about dick. So, you know.
Well, the funny thing is most of these hate groups are mostly men. And they spend a lot of time together.
They do.
Yeah. So there's probably a lot of them that, yes, actually, you have a point.
What do you think the holes in the sheets are for? They're not for seeing.
I'm
saying they have tiny dicks.
Why did I go to the eyes?
Besides the like heavy, painful subject matter, Black Klansman, I thought was very well done. It was a good movie. It's definitely emotionally heavy. It's the worst part is the ending. They show some scenes of what happened in Virginia in 2017.
So I'm assuming like lynching or some shit.
No, in Virginia, like the riots and everything.
Oh,
and they're showing clips of Donald Trump, like not denouncing.
So we're talking Charlottesville then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and it's just very painful to watch because while again, it's just the way Hollywood does biopics. They will fabricate some stuff just for dramatic reasons. And I hope they didn't fabricate a lot because there was a lot of stuff that happened in this movie that's legitimately painful to watch.
I mean, why would they have to lie about anything? It doesn't matter what they say. Everybody's gonna call it fake news anyway. So you might as well just tell the truth.
True.
I get that. And no, but it's they don't like make up like stuff to like that's ridiculous. It's just sometimes they'll dramatize.
I don't even think you
events.
need to. I mean, it's fucking racism. You don't really need to dramatize that.
For like
dramatize.
I'm basically finished. But I'll go with one example. In 42, the Jackie Robinson movie, great movie. I'm sure Adam, you've seen it, right?
No, I've never seen the baseball movie that. Yeah, I've seen the movie.
Yeah, Chris, have you seen 42 yet?
No, because I thought when it first was getting announced and everything, I didn't realize it was Jackie Robinson. I thought it was just a baseball movie. And I was like, I don't want to watch that. But now knowing what it is, I want to watch it.
Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Anyways, get on with it. We're running heavy on time here, so let's go.
Yeah, sorry. So there's the one scene where he breaks down and breaks the bat. Apparently, people who were teammates of Robinson who are still alive said that never happened that day. But the director made a valid point that it may not have happened that day, but you can't tell me that somebody who was going through all that shit never broke down once from all that.
And even if you're going to cherry pick a tiny thing like that, who cares? Like it's not
exactly.
It's not like this person said this line. It's just literally like did a thing.
Yeah. And one thing that is like widely like universally accepted in this is the only bad thing about what Ron Stallworth did in this. The only bad thing about this investigation.
He's talking Black Klansman, by the way, not 42.
Yeah. Yep. Was that this investigation was kept secret? Because if it wasn't kept secret, David Duke may not have had the political career that he had and may not have had the popularity.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. I wouldn't say that's a guarantee.
If it showed that he was duped by a black man to join the Klan, that would have destroyed any piece of credibility he had.
Well, it still wouldn't have changed the KKK. It still wouldn't have eliminated anything. It just
but it would have destroyed him as a person.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
And his credibility.
What does that mean? Like, it just means somebody else takes his place. It doesn't change anything, right? So
possibly. But
it would have looked. It's just that guy, but like some other guy would become the David Duke of the KKK. So it really doesn't change anything.
Yeah, but true. Yeah, that's all I've been doing. So Chris,
no. I want to add one more thing before. So
go ahead.
Just on the relate, because we were talking about the KKK. Anybody who is looking for something really interesting to listen to, go watch Joe Rogan's podcast with a man named Daryl Davis, who is a guy who is known for being a black man who is able to convince many KKK members to take.
I've heard of this guy.
And
really,
the stories that this guy told in like a 2-hour podcast were fucking fascinating. So like anybody who's just looking for like race relations kind of stuff, that's a great podcast to go about that.
Yeah. Can you post 100%. It in the chat, please, somewhere?
Yeah, I'll post in the Discord somewhere.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
For sure, Z's.
But Chris, on to you.
So I don't have anything heartwarming or heart-wrenching that I did. I only played some video games that were all pretty normal.
How dare you?
I know, right? So after I had played Mirror's Edge last week, I realized maybe I should look at that Origin bundle that I bought back in 2013, which was a really, really good bundle, and see if there's any other games on there I haven't played. Turns out, I think the only one I had played was now Mirror's Edge. So I was like, well, I'm going to play something off there. Because I bought the bundle and might as well go through games I bought 7 years ago. So I installed Medal of Honor. It's an EA first-person shooter.
We know
that's a lot like Call of Duty.
You know, back in the day when it wasn't working because like a lot of games did back then. It was like, oh, we can't connect to the servers, and people couldn't play it the first day.
Yeah, I definitely didn't play any multiplayer at all. I just went through the main campaign.
Medal of Honor is a PG Call of Duty.
Yeah, it was very much just Call of Duty. You can tell because apparently it used to be like a World War II game or something. Like it was always themed around World War I or World War II. And this one was set in a modern time and all that stuff. And when I looked at the date, I was like, oh, yeah, this is around when Modern Warfare 2 was coming out. So obviously they rebranded and decided they'd do something more modern and really cool story campaign and all that. It was a pretty good game. And the weird thing is that it came out in 2010 and you would not have known it looking at the graphics. The thing that I've noticed with some of these, like some of these first person shooters, because I'm also playing another one, which I'll mention in a second. even if they're 10 years old, like the graphics hold up. Maybe it's because I'm playing on PC and I can set everything to like high textures and stuff, but it's not like it's different textures. They're still the textures they put on the disc or put on the digital file back in 2010. But still, I played through the whole game and I kept thinking like, holy shit, this looks amazing. The only thing you could tell was old was when the characters were talking, their mouth movement. That was the only thing where it's like, this game's a little bit older. Like you can see it there. I don't have much to say about it. I played through the campaign. It didn't take me very long. It's short, just like a Call of Duty campaign is. But I mean, it took place. It was a real story that happened in Iraq around when they were going after Saddam Hussein or something like that. Some real story about some real people, and you get to play as them.
A contemporary storyline, it seems.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was really cool. You got to play from like 3 different characters, so every level you'd kind of switch to somebody else, but eventually it all comes in on all of them. And apparently there was some people that ended up getting caught behind enemy lines. You play as one of the people going after somebody else who is behind enemy lines. Then both those people end up captured behind enemy lines, and then you play as a person in a third group who goes in and ends up actually like saving these people. Really, really cool story. Nothing, I mean, amazing and mind-blowing by today's standards because it's just a Call of Duty or I'm assuming Battlefield and all that stuff, but I thoroughly enjoyed playing through it. So much so, in fact, I then went and installed Call of Duty Black Ops 1 because I've never played.
I saw you playing that today.
Yeah.
That one has a great campaign mode.
Yeah, this campaign is definitely better than the Medal of Honor one because it just feels higher budget. Maybe is the best way to putting it.
And Victor Reznov.
Yeah, and I haven't finished it yet, but admittedly, it is my first time playing the campaign. I'd only ever played the zombie multiplayer before, because why would you play anything else? But yeah, I'm going through the campaign. I haven't finished that one yet. I'm about halfway. I think I'm on like mission 8 of 16 or something like that. Really cool. I didn't realize it was set during like the 60s, like the Cold War kind of stuff. Which is weird because the new Call of Duty Black Ops is about the Cold War.
Are you finished it yet or no?
No, I have not.
You just said he did.
No, I'm halfway. Yeah, so no story spoilers there yet. I know something's going on where he's like a secret agent. What do they call those? Sleeper agent. Because he's seen all the numbers and stuff. It seems a lot like the Manchurian Candidate kind of thing. But don't tell me. I
think
he's actually a Nazi.
2.
He's yeah, that makes sense.
And a communist.
Black Ops 2 is what I'm thinking of.
Oh,
he's a Nazi commie, okay? Just spoiling it for you, you know?
And then another game I decided I was going to actually play, and I've already beaten. It's because I've decided to install a few games for October, because it's spooky October. So I downloaded and installed the game.
Evil.
No, oddly enough, I didn't. I don't know how I didn't think of that. But I mean, also, I'm trying to get all these games that are fucking old from like 2013, 2014 and play through like the old backlog. So I found a game by Square Enix I forgot I owned, and I forgot it came out on PS4 too. It was called Murdered Soul Suspect. You guys ever hear that?
The eternal $5 on any digital store game.
And I got it for $5 in 2014, the year it came out. So obviously that tells you probably wasn't great. I actually enjoyed it though. Like for what it is, I can understand why people would be like, wow, this was not amazing. Nothing besides having to hide from enemies in certain parts of the game. It's a walk to point A or B, go to a spot, find 6 clues on the ground, further into the story about like unsolving a murder and all this stuff. Story-wise, I actually really liked it. Vishal, do you know this game at all? Or Adam, either of you, story-wise, do you know anything about it?
It's basically like you trying to investigate your own murder, I think it is. Like you're a ghost trying to figure out who killed you.
Yeah, so you're a cop, and the game opens with you going after this serial killer. You burst into this apartment where the serial killer is. They grab you, throw you against a wall, and then throw you out a window. When you hit the ground, you start to die. So you as a ghost starts to come up, but you don't realize you're a ghost till you look over and you see your body. Then you see the serial come over, pick up your own gun, and shoot you 7 times in the chest, and you fully die and you fully become a ghost. But then you realize there's all these other ghosts, and like basically you only pass over into the afterlife once you have no unfinished business. and because you haven't solved your own murder and the serial killer, you have still unfinished business. I mean, pretty like typical for an early 2010s game or story of any movie or show. But it's pretty cool because then you start to unlock more and more and more. You go to the scene of your own murder, get a couple clues. You realize some of your ghost powers you can use to like see areas of the room you wouldn't have been able to as a cop. You realize there was a witness there. Then you go to where the witness was and you start to do this. You start to realize there's certain people who are mediums in the town. It takes place in the town of Salem, of course, where the witch trials took place all those
What a
hundreds of
happy
years ago.
coincidence.
Yeah, happy coincidence. You end up in a museum where it's an anniversary of witch trials, and it's like going to the Ontario, like the ROM, the Royal Ontario Museum, and like going to a big gala, but you're a ghost going to the gala to investigate something. And it ends up being a really, really cool story. Very short. I beat it in like 6.5, 7 hours. And I actually found myself wanting to go back and play to find out the next piece of the story, like to figure out a little bit more about the murder. And it's obviously the like very end, you find out who the killer is, you confront them, and there's like a bit of drama and stuff there.
So you do find out who the killer is at the end of the game then, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So what makes you want to go back? Like, is there any...
No, I meant like during it, like when I was like an hour and a half in, and I'd be like, all right, it's 2 a.m. I'm going to stop playing. I found myself the next day like, oh, I got to turn that game back on because I need to find out the next piece of the puzzle until I figure out who the murderer is.
This gives me Heavy Rain vibes, actually.
It is very much like Heavy Rain. I feel like Square put this out to try and be a little bit like that. There's no quick time events, minus you get to an area and it's like, oh, the killer was here. And
Even
it's like
then,
search for clues.
Heavy Rain was really never about the gameplay. It was more about the story itself.
Yes.
So this definitely, that's where I'm getting the Heavy Rain vibes. That the gameplay doesn't sound spectacular, but the story itself sounds like it's addicting.
It was an addicting story that had almost no gameplay besides walking around to the next area. There's 242 collectibles, though, just scattered around, and they unlock more murders and more stuff, which is kind of cool. So you go into a church, and you have to find 7 saws. And when you find all 7, it unlocks a story about a murderer in that church from 300 years ago that lured people to the church and murdered them with saws. Like there's all this like creepy shit, but it's find the collectibles, get more story kind of situation.
So there's almost like side missions in the game then?
Yeah. Just finding collectibles, unlocking more other murders.
It's not a side mission per se. It's just more of a on your way if you find shit.
Yeah, and there's 242. Without searching very hard, I found 173 collectibles. So that means there's a shit ton I didn't find, but holy fuck are collectibles like every 2 seconds. Like, oh my god. It's ridiculous.
Is it like Deadpool, the game where you start off and you get a trophy?
No, it's not that bad. But it's pretty close. But oddly enough, there's only one piece of this game that has gameplay, and it is so fucking terrifying. I had to turn it off and go to bed. And even then I was laying in bed like, what the fuck? So
is
in the
it
game,
like 2064 levels of terrifying gameplay that randomly happens?
Worse.
Oh jeez.
Fucking worse. Yeah. And it's just as heart-wrenching nerves. And the reason being is there's some demons in the game. And the demons are people who never finished their unfinished business. So they became this horrific Pan's Labyrinth level, like Guillermo del Toro demon thing. And they're floating around, and what happens, you go into a room and you'll hear a scream. And when you hear that, there are these demons floating around. You have no weapons in the game. You have no way to fight, except if you can get behind the demon, and then you have to hold down right trigger, and it'll give you a button prompt, which maybe just like press up and A. You have 2 seconds to press it. If you do, you dissipate the demon and it's gone. However, there's 3 in the room, and if they see you, it's almost a one-hit kill. Okay? These things are fucking terrifying because they'll be like moving slowly and they have no eyes and just like incredible amounts of teeth, just like Pan's Labyrinth. I hate using it as an example, but it's just like that. And what'll happen is as soon as they see you, it's one of those things where they're just all of a sudden there. They just like teleport or move that quickly that they're just in front of you, and then they fucking kill you, and they're so scary looking.
Okay, so it's like jump scares. They just pop out like that. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and what'll happen is you have to hide. There's these like clouds, and you press a button and you hide in them. If they get too close, they can detect you in there, but you can kind of move around them. And the idea is just you have to hide until you can get behind one and kill it. But like you'll get behind one, and as soon as you start to kill it, it puts out this horrifying scream, and then the other demons will notice you. And they have like little cones, kind of like Metal Gear Solid, but they do nothing. They do nothing. I've been nowhere near that cone, and they just all of a sudden jump out. And like they kill you in one hit. So it's kind of like navigating through a room, slowly killing one demon at a time without getting hit. And when you do get hit, it's like Alien Isolation, where it's all of a sudden there and it's like you're fucked and you're dead, and it's terrifying when it happens. And then you have to do it all over again. Oh, fuck. And the one last part I want to say about this game, which is really cool. You can possess people, which is interesting because you can hear their thoughts or something like that. But you can possess a cat, and you control the cat. And it has two prompts. One, move, or press Y to meow. And that was the best part of this whole game.
Why is this a great game and then it fucks me with jump scares?
So this sounds like this sounds like this one character in DC called Deadman, where he can actually go in and possess bodies. And do this exact same thing.
Yeah, the whole point of the possessing bodies is to hear their thoughts so you can unlock clues for the next step. Like you need to get more clues about what happened at a crime scene or something. And if you hear people's thoughts, then obviously you can get more info. But there's not much you can do with them. But once I saw that you can possess a cat and go through these vents to get to a room on a second level you can't access as the ghost, oh my God, I was like, what? And why was there only one button? That is meow. Like you can just sit there and meow.
See, I hear
Adam is totally down.
No, I'm not. I heard jump scares. I'm out.
It's scary jump scares.
No. Jump scares just supersede cat.
Yeah, the jump scares are hardcore when it comes to these demons. Yeah. They're the only jump scare.
The only question.
The rest of the game is all story.
The only question I'll ask is, because I heard you say it, what's their excuse for you not being able to go in certain places?
So,
because that's dumb.
Because it's the town of Salem, you cannot enter buildings because humans, like people, alive people, back in the like 300 years ago or whenever the witch trials happened, did some sort of religious thing to the buildings to keep evil spirits out. But it didn't do anything with evil.
Bullshit magic.
It just locks spirits out. Yeah, it's bullshit magic, so you don't go in buildings just willy-nilly. The only way to get into a building is if somebody opens the door for you. However, every building has the door open. It's just when you approach it, it goes press A to enter. And then it goes in another, it loads and you go in the next area. It's just their way of separating out the open world from each building you're going into. It's fucking stupid.
That is awesome.
Yeah, but the jump scares are horrifying with the demons. If they removed that, I would suggest this game to Adam, like right away. 100% play it. It's all story. You're just unlocking more of a crime. And as long as you play it knowing you paid $5 just to unlock a mystery that takes 7 hours with a cool story, great. The jump scares, I'll never play this fucking game again. When I finished it, I was like, thank God I know the story. Well, I'm never going near those demons ever again.
It's one of those games, once you know the story, once you know the ending, there's no real like shock value or real incentive to play it again.
Yeah. Depends.
No, there's no multiple endings. There's no anything.
Sometimes those games are fun if you watch somebody else go through it, so they take different options than you would.
Like the only one of those games that I think is replayable is Heavy Rain, but that's only because Heavy Rain has like 30 endings.
Yes. So this has just the one.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like no matter what you do, the end game is the same result.
Yeah. I would like to go through it again one day, maybe in like 10 years, because I already know who the killer is. Seeing the hints that are dropped throughout the story are very interesting. But I mean, I don't plan on playing it.
So actually, so you want to see if you can capture the Easter eggs.
Yeah, exactly.
So
but I do have a couple other
killer. Did you have a clue? Did you like realize, oh, it's him, or do you like, I knew it?
There was multiple layers to the whole killer thing, which is what makes it super cool. I won't spoil the ending for you guys, but
it was Hitler.
It is, unless you guys plan on playing it.
Did you like when the big revelation came? Were you like, I knew it, or were you like, oh fuck?
No, I wasn't expecting it. And then once you figure out who it is and go and confront them, and they add even more to it, you're like, holy fuck, that's even fucked up. I could tell you guys right now or after the show if you want, because I don't know if either of you plan on playing it. I don't imagine
at this point, like, I don't want to spoil it for our viewer.
Okay, our viewer. I like it. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be me, and I already know. But yeah, yeah. So that's it. I've got a couple other games, but I'm saving them for next podcast because I'm going to play through them next week once I'm done. Call of Duty Black Ops.
Bullshit.
Oh, sorry. I did also play Yakuza.
You got Nugget. That's all that matters.
I got Nugget. I did. I played Yakuza. I played one chapter of Yakuza, and it unlocked the property management sim or whatever that's in it. And holy fuck, first of all, I've now spent like 3 hours just doing that. I own 100% of a district already. I think I'm way ahead of where I'm supposed to be. I was only getting like 15 million yen like throughout the story. And now I'm getting every 5 minutes, 300 million yen. So I'm just going to start upgrading my character like crazy with abilities. Just unlocking profits from my property and expanding more. And then, Adam, you mentioned, did you get Nugget? I forgot about the chicken that you get from the bowling alley. So I went, perfected bowling, because it's actually not that hard to do. And then I unlocked Nugget. And the best part of it, not only is he a chicken, he has a level 3 out of 5 finance savvy level.
He's a fucking boss, bro.
This chicken. How is he such a boss at finance more than all of the humans I have recruited?
Yakuza, that's why.
Possible?
Okay, so what's this chicken's name, by the way?
Nugget. He names him Nugget.
Okay, Nugget for president.
Fuck yeah, I'm in.
Fuck yeah, I'm in. He's a level 3 out of 5. I'll take it. So I've already assigned him to one of my districts, and that district is just banking money because it's being run by a chicken. I don't know what else to say. In the story, I didn't get anywhere because I played that only. I've just done the property stuff, maxed it out, and now I'm going to keep going with it and upgrading my characters. So hopefully next time I go to fight people, because I was finding the fighting in my current chapter that I was getting my ass kicked, and I'm on easy, I think. Like, I don't know why it's getting harder, and I assume it's because I haven't upgraded enough my character. So I'm going to do that.
I've got the cutscene right now playing, and I fucking love it.
Oh, God. The dialogue in that part was insane. Like, you got a turkey, so you win a turkey. It's supposed to be a pre-cooked turkey dinner, and here they give you a chicken. It's like, oh, it's more fresh than we expected. And then Kiru's like, that's also a chicken, not a turkey. And they're like, oh, we'll cook it right now. He's like, cook it. And he's thinking, and it's just like all these scenes of him making direct eye contact with the fucking chicken. And then eventually he's like, I'll keep him. And I'll name him Nugget. He'll be my manager. Like,
and he's a fucking boss.
What the fuck? And he's a boss. I thought he was going to be a piece of shit. And as soon as I got him, I'm like, I have to assign him to one of my districts.
Yeah, you do.
This guy's
he's
great. Too good.
And that's why I'm looking forward to the next Yakuza game, because I can't wait to see what stupid shit they do now.
Yeah. So yes, I did play Yakuza. I have not gotten anywhere in the story. I'm nowhere near closer to beating it. I'm in like chapter 6 out of 17 or something. This game's going to take fucking forever.
Yeah, I got more questions to ask you.
How are you enjoying it though? Do you get Adam's like love and appeal for this game?
Oh my God, yes. The only reason I don't keep going back to it is because I didn't beat that many games in September, and I have a certain number I want to beat. Mind you, I've now beaten 54, and I planned on beating 48 games this year, so I've beaten a fuck ton of games.
Oh, fuck.
But I want to beat as many as I can because, which we'll be talking about later in the podcast, I have a lot of other games coming up, so I got to fucking start kicking this shit to the curb.
Okay, so I want to ask you guys one thing, because I was thinking of starting it. Have you guys played the Shadows of Mordor at all?
I have. Yes. It's not for me. I don't know how you would treat it.
Vishal would love it. The gore.
No, but
it's more the gameplay that I'm worried about, because I guess it's Metal Gear Solid in like Sword and Shield form, I guess, in a way, sort of.
Metal Gear Solid hack and slash?
Kind of, yeah. Because there is a stealth element to it.
I heard it's very violently satisfying. And
when you slice off some guy's head.
Yeah, no, because I wanted to play something a little more because I'm gonna finish Donkey Kong. I just haven't had a chance to go to it this week because of just other stuff going on in my life. But I've been wanting to start something a little more adult because you guys know me. I love graphic violence. That's why I like the Black Ops series more than I like the Modern Warfare series, because I find the Black Ops is a lot more gory and a lot more like brutal.
Yes, I can now confirm that is true.
Yeah, because at least with like you're playing Black Ops, sure. Like you shoot someone with a rocket launcher, their limbs are flying all over the place. Where in Modern Warfare, you shoot someone with a rocket launcher, and it's like they're singed. It's like, something's wrong there. Are you having the Black Hennessy again?
Yeah, I gotta finish the bottle. So
don't worry about the liquor. We got games to talk about.
Dude,
go.
Okay, I understand, but Chris, save a little bit for me for Friday.
That's post-show shit.
Tonight.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Vishal, do you like the Lord of the Rings lore or like the universe of Lord of the Rings?
So, actually, it's really weird because at first I was like, "Oh man, this shit looks lame." So I was bored one day and I watched Lord of the Rings, the first one, and the ending made me want to punch a hole through my TV. This is in 2001, and we all had CRTs, so I would have broken my hand before I broke the TV.
Yes.
And then I watched the second one. I honestly, I don't know. I'm one of the few. I didn't think the Two Towers was that great. And
okay,
I watched Return of the King, and it's one of my favorite movies. So, yeah, yes. I would say that I'm
so this if you, Shadow of Mordor.
Yep.
Yeah. You don't need to know much about the story for Shadow of Mordor. It's just you're a guy in the Lord of the Rings universe fucking up orcs. So as long as you're okay with orcs and you don't think they're stupid, you're gonna love.
Have you finished it,
or
have you played? Have you finished it, or have you played?
Yes. I beat Shadow of Mordor back in 2014.
Okay, and you thought it holds up, in your opinion?
Oh yeah, I played 30 straight hours of it. It was amazing.
Oh, okay. So it is a good game that is like that is worth like playing, and it's not something that's like you wouldn't get bored of it.
I got bored of it pretty quick, but that's me.
No.
But I don't think you're not a big like besides anime. Adam, I feel you're not a big fantasy fan.
What does that have to do with anything?
No, but
I play video games.
I get that, but sometimes if you're not a fan of the genre, it may.
What do you mean? I play Final Fantasy.
Fair enough.
I play Dragon Age.
Fair enough.
It's not. Okay. It's not the story.
Yeah, I'd say
the
this
game. The game itself bored me. I thought it was dumb. I didn't like the stealth aspect. I didn't like the open worldness to it, and I thought it was too bleak. So it wasn't appealing.
Okay, I'm going by the source material. That's all I'm going by.
Well, if you're a Lord of the Rings guy, then you probably have at least have skin in the game, so that's probably also helping.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
It has nothing to do with
I say give it a go, and you can also play it on PC if you're using my Steam library.
You
can try it.
I actually it's funny that was you've done it. I know you've done it at least once, but it was a game that I was drunk and I bought it. I was like, oh, I heard this game's fun. It's $5. I'll just buy it.
There you go.
Yeah, so I was.
Anyways, we need to move the fuck on. So it's been an hour and we're still in the intro. Jesus Christ! I'm gonna breeze through a couple of things here. Fall Guys Season 2 starts tomorrow, so that's cool. Can't wait to play some castle.
Oh,
shit.
I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
I regret not. I really regret not buying it, but also
you mean getting it for free?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. But it also turns out that I turned my PS4 on for the first time in over a month. I don't have a PS Plus subscription, and I haven't had one in a while. So it turns out, I could not have bought it anyways.
Well, that sucks too bad.
I could have got it free anyways. So, yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to get back into that. I haven't played the game in a while just because there wasn't really much else to grind for. And I kind of decided to stop streaming that for a little bit because I'm like, I can't just keep doing only Fall Guys streams. So I had to vary that up a bit. Other than that, the other big thing that's a
I
small
can't wait
story.
to get in.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, the big news was being that the next Smash character was Steve and Alex from Minecraft, which was really random.
Did not see that coming.
Mean, it's Smash. I mean, everything other than the kitchen sink is in there, so.
It also makes sense because Microsoft has added... what else did Microsoft add? They added Banjo-Kazooie, which they were on Nintendo, but they're owned by Microsoft now. So they put them on there. Cuphead is a Mii character.
I mean, I don't think they're opposed to anything at this point because it's just more it's more PR. That's all it is. So
Yeah. And it's a very famous video game. It makes sense to be in there.
Yeah.
To me, at least. Yeah.
So the first major thing, and it's kind of a stupid thing. Sony changing the buttons in Japan, which is just really weird.
I never knew about that.
So it's always been X to cancel and circle to confirm in Japan. And the reason for that is because in Japan, circle and cross actually mean specific things. Like circle means okay or good, whereas cross, because that's why they call it cross. They didn't call it X. PlayStation insists it's cross, even though we all call it the X button. It's because in Japan, I mean, obviously X usually means no, but it also means not good in Japan with the way that they draw it up. So yeah, having circle no longer being good and cross now being good, it's fucking with them. To which I just want to say, it's like, Sony, you don't have to switch them. Just let people customize it.
Yeah, that I understand.
Yeah,
I understand now, because that actually makes sense. Because, for example, Japan itself is a very traditional country and a cultural country. So I kind of...
The argument they're making is that, it's going to be easier for developers. Sure. But it doesn't take much for Sony themselves to code into specific PlayStations. If it's just Japan locally, fine. Just put an option that just says switch X and circle. That's it. That's all you have to do. And it's
the funny thing with that is Nintendo did that on the Switch. You can customize the controller in the OS, which applies to all games.
Yeah.
So that you switch, say, the A and B button. Because oddly enough, in Japan, Nintendo, also from Japan, there's the A button, the B button. It always fucks with me because the A button is on the right-hand side where circle is, and that's what is accept. Because in Japan, A was accept, B is back. That's why A and B is where it is on the Nintendo controllers. Which has always been fucked for me, because if you are in North America, A is at the bottom on an Xbox controller. We use the X. But if you're playing any Nintendo game, like even in North America, you have to use the side button for accept and the main button right by your thumb, B, to go back or cancel. It felt reversed, but I get it because it's from Japan.
So I don't know about you guys. For myself, whenever I'm playing a Mario game, the B button is pretty much always held down. I don't really play the Mario game without holding... Yeah, no, in general. When I'm moving, I'm always running. I'm not just walking. I'm always, legitimately running when I'm playing Mario. It's just... The B button is just always held down, and I use, my middle joint just to press just to jump, unless I have the fire flower. But, yeah, it's... I understand because, again... Japan is known to be a country of tradition and a country of little change. That's just what I...
It's also very strange that if they were going to change it, they changed them and not us.
Yeah, I feel like they would have changed us.
Because Japan doesn't give a fuck. So it's very unprecedented that Japan is actually changing themselves, which is very unusual for them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. And just make it customizable or whatever. What the fuck?
So but again, Adam, you do definitely have a point. Just enhance the customization of it.
You literally don't even have to do it. You don't even have to do mapping. You literally can just have an option in settings just saying change cross and circle button. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't even have to change everything. Just change that one. I think from what I understand, I think the PS4 even already has that option in Japanese consoles.
That I don't.
I thought I saw that in Reddit recently, where somebody was saying that was a thing that the Japan consoles for the PS4 already have.
Okay.
If that's the case, then why make the change?
Guys, my apologies. Did anyone's video format just change at all?
No, and I'm not really worrying about that right now.
No, and you've been cutting out a little bit for me. You might just need to exit and come back in.
I don't know. It sounds fine on my end, so I don't know. But either way. Internet issues be damned.
Sound was... Yeah, sound was fine.
But yeah, it's just a weird decision to make.
Yeah, I don't get it. Especially since they just made that decision to change the trophy system, which I get and also don't get why they're changing that.
Yeah,
Maybe
that
just
was
make
another
it
thing.
Interesting to switch it up.
I didn't even feel like talking about it because I'm just like, I don't even see the point. Like, it's a number.
Yeah, why are they changing it? If, instead of from 1 to 99, it's from 0 to 999.
Yeah, like you're
which is fine.
All right, things breaking. Okay, we're good. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's just weird. They seem to be making a lot of random changes right now, and I'm not sure why.
Oh well.
I mean, it doesn't affect me that much, but apparently in Japan, that'd be annoying because I wouldn't want to switch the buttons here all of a sudden.
But I really think it's mainly because Japan is known to be a traditional country with very little change, especially with certain aspects. So I think that's really it. Is that just with Adam the way he was describing Studio Ghibli, that a lot of their movies, because some of like for myself when I was watching them, I didn't understand a lot of them. But Adam mentioned that there's a lot of Japanese lore in them that people in the West, would not understand. So I think this is a situation where it's Japanese custom and Japanese tradition where we may not understand why they're doing what they're doing.
Well, but
feels like they're going against.
But in this case, it's
tradition.
the opposite then, because they're breaking tradition.
Yeah, they're breaking tradition.
So
which is weird.
That's what I'm not seeing the connection at all. It's in fact like it's breaking the connection by comparing the two. So
yeah, why are they breaking this tradition? Like, I don't know.
But speaking of breaking things, that's a fucking great segue.
You're welcome.
We got the PlayStation teardown today.
Oh, yeah.
AKA Chris
so
wanked
hot.
off to that 7-minute video.
I'm so dehydrated.
So glad I didn't watch any of it.
Oh, man, you've got to.
Actually, you know what? I should speed up. I'm going to speed up the video so it plays faster on the stream. Because fuck dialogue.
Yeah, it does
I
feel
don't care
pretty
about
slow.
the dialogue.
It is like ASMR. It's ASMR.
I will say,
it was just...
I'm amazed by how easy it is to take that thing apart. Because traditionally, consoles are a bitch to do that to. And watching him, he literally just looks like snip, 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 done.
This is more proof that the new consoles are just PCs. They're
It's
just
like a
PCs at this
circumcision. Snip, snip.
Yeah. Just as painful.
No,
but yeah, holy shit, that thing's a fucking tank. Like the size of the heat sink, the size of the the fan size, like was like holy shit, that looks like a fucking airplane fan. What the hell?
No,
So you both have a PS4, right?
Yeah,
it's quite compact.
Is it loud? I've heard that the PS4 gets very loud.
If you don't clean it out, yes.
Oh, okay. Because I've heard that there's people complaining that when they use their PS4, maybe it's a PS4 Pro, I don't know. But when you use it, the fan would turn on so loudly it sounded like an airplane taking off.
Oh, when I hadn't cleaned it in 5 years? Oh, it was noticeable.
Oh, okay. Because everybody who's complaining about the size of the PS5, they can all go fuck themselves because the fact that it's this big with the, as we saw in this video, the fans and stuff they have, that's going to make this thing run so quiet you won't even know.
Not to mention they're going with liquid metal too for the cooling,
which is crazy.
That's very uncommon too. Like no one usually does that because it's just cheaper to use fucking other methods.
Yeah, like on my PC, which I love more than any child I'm ever going to have. Sorry, future child, if you're watching this. I don't even have that. I don't have liquid cooling, let alone liquid metal. Like, how is that? This video was it made me horny. I don't know what to say. It was so good. Everything in it just was like, I can't believe how amazing that is. And then another step down, more amazing.
It's good you guys sold your condo before you watch that video because the mess.
Yeah, you're gonna use some deep cleaning after that.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the motherboard again in the video. My God, that motherboard looks amazing. Like what a well organized.
Yeah, it's like multi-leveled motherboard, like one for the graphics card, one for the CPU, one for the RAM and the SSD.
I love the fact too they have an open slot set up for PCI and NVMe drives, and they take like all forms, so it doesn't matter what size you get as long as it's got the run speeds that we'll see sooner than later. But I mean,
But
at
the
this
crazy
point,
part
you
is
won't
with
you
that,
won't run out of the drive space for at least like 6 to 12 months if you're not deleting shit. So you got time until they tell you, okay, these are the ones you can use.
So,
because that's the other thing too.
So
no one buy another SSD until you wait until Sony's given us the things that you can use. Because
wait for the list.
Yeah,
if
don't.
you want
don't
the games to
is
run
it
smooth,
a situation with this with the PS5 that, like, you can essentially like for myself, I upgraded a few of my devices this week with RAM. So is it like you can take out the RAM chip and replace it just like you would a regular PC? Like it's that easy?
No.
They've made it.
No, the
Okay.
RAM itself is built into the motherboard, and it's a different type. I think it's I can't remember what it's called, but it's like these little pieces that are separated into like
Yeah,
5.
the SSD is into the motherboard and everything. So,
okay,
like,
so it's,
everything's into
so
the
their stuff
motherboard.
is soldered almost.
yeah, it's all soldered in.
yeah.
Like the only thing that you're gonna be
Oh,
able to
yeah.
do solo is like an extra SSD slot. That's the only thing you really can customize now.
And speaking of which, sorry, for this SSD slot, it was inside the system. Like you would have to open it up and then put a new SSD in there. Is there any other console where you would have to unscrew the system to install a new hard drive, but like still be in warranty?
That's the thing too. I think there's gonna have to be like this case now where they're gonna be like, look, you're not breaking warranty by opening this thing.
Well,
But the thing is, I think where the SSD slot was, he hadn't removed that black tape yet, if I remember correctly.
No, he had already removed
It was
the tape.
just removed the
I think he
panels?
removed the tape long before that. I'm gonna double check in the video here.
Shit.
with
But
Chris
maybe he
and
didn't
I,
need to.
like with our experience working at Best Buy, like
No, you're right. He didn't. So actually, yeah, it's something you can do with before that. So all you got to do is take the flaps off.
You just have to take up the side.
Yeah, he takes the tape
side
off
panel
right after that.
also-
So yeah, so you can do it without ruining the warranty. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
I'm
almost like
still
they
going to
made
open
it
the
like a
thing up
PC.
because I'm not going to break the damn thing. So I'd rather clean it. So.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Hopefully those dust catchers, they actually do their job and you don't have to open it, but you never know, right?
Yeah, and it said you can just vacuum the dust right out of those dust catchers later.
Yeah, hopefully that's the case.
So take off the panel, take it out, put in a new SSD, boom, continue with your day.
And then speaking of SSDs, because I'm on a roll with the segues today. You know what you can't put on an SSD anymore, or at least when there's 250 gigabytes? Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It's literally too big to fit on a 250 gigabyte SSD.
Yeah.
One game. By the way, one game that shouldn't be taking that much space.
Can't hear any.
No.
Ghosts of Tsushima.
I don't care if you're...
Okay, sorry. I got... It froze really badly for me just a second ago.
Call of Duty takes up too much space now. It's over 250 gigabytes, which makes no sense because Ghosts of fucking Tsushima is 40.
Is this this is Call of Duty?
This is the new Modern Warfare, the one that's already out.
Like the Battle Royale one, right? Like this includes Warzone or whatever it's called?
Everything. Everything is 250. I don't understand how it can take up that much space.
That doesn't make
sense.
It doesn't need that much.
That's insane.
I'm afraid that there's some like serious like spyware shit that's in these games. They're not telling us if it's taking that much fucking space.
Or it's just optimized very shittily.
I mean, it's Call of Duty. It's like EA Sports games. They don't really have to try that hard anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember seeing this story though. I'm thinking like, wait, are you telling me that right now on the new consoles, this game is going to take up a third of your hard drive? Because I think the actual available hard drive space is going to be something around like 750, 800 because of all the OS and everything else the space is taking.
Yeah, the OS and everything.
So you're going to be basically taking like a
third
third of your drive to one game? Are you fucking kidding me? And no offense,
if you get
Call
the
of Duty
Xbox...
Modern Warfare, if that's your one game, like that's not the kind of game that I'd be valuing a third of my hard drive towards.
Well, Adam, as you mentioned, Call of Duty players are just as douchey and dumb as
but that
EA
has nothing to
Sports
do
players.
with me thinking like, okay, if you're getting bang for your drive buck, I don't think Modern Warfare is that game.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be taking up that much space to begin with, but if if you looked at your hard drive like it's money in your wallet and you're going to use half of your wallet to one game, yeah, I don't know if Modern Warfare is that game.
Nope.
No, it's not. And the crazy thing with this is if you get an Xbox...
Cyberpunk is not going to take up that much space. Like, all this shit, it's like it's not going to... I don't even know if Cyberpunk is going to take half that space.
No, it won't. It'll be about 100. Maybe 110. Maybe. And it's huge. And that game needs to be huge because of the amount of stuff in it. This is a battle royale. Like there's not much in it. And the thing is if you get an Xbox Series S, that's only 512 gigabytes.
Yeah, you're going to put over half your
OS,
drive into one game. That's fucking madness.
Over half. You'll have 200 gigs left if you try and install this shit. Fuck that. Fuck this shit. And another point with this, another fun point, the new NVIDIA 3090 is a 24 gigabyte video card.
Yeah.
Somebody installed Crysis 3 on the video card, not on the hard drive. They literally installed the game on the video card that took 15 gigs and then set it to max settings with use the other 10 gigs. They didn't even need a hard drive. So we've got people installing games on a video card where this game will barely hold onto a fucking SSD hard drive, which makes no sense. It's going the wrong way. Everything else is fitting on other things.
Like, everything else is getting optimized to be better. Why the fuck can't games?
Yeah, like, especially, like, this doesn't deserve the space. It's one map. What else are you doing?
It's just
doesn't make sense.
But at least, potentially, Xbox will, because I'm fucking on a roll with these segues. Fuck, man, call me the king of segues.
Yeah, you are, man.
The last story that we're going to talk about.
Segues.
The Xbox Series X is going to allow us the ability to potentially free up hard drive space. So you can set, like an example would be Call of Duty, right? So let's say you're super into that game, and you've done the campaign, and all you're doing is playing the multiplayer. If the developer allows it, you can just uninstall the campaign, and that's hard drive space gone, and you can have back and put other stuff in. So if there are certain pieces you don't want, you can just uninstall it and not think about it.
Huh. And the thing is, when I hear this all of a sudden makes the Master Chief Collection make more sense to me, because as you were saying, Adam, you have to install stuff individually. When you're in that game, you choose what campaign and what multiplayer you want to install. So you can install like Halo 2's campaign and Halo 4's multiplayer only. So you can pick and choose and free up the space and do it instead of doing all whatever gigs.
Yeah, so ideally, if you're like that guy who just refuses to ever play COD campaigns, you just never install it.
So,
yeah.
Okay, so what if it's the other way around? So they're making it in a way that you can install the campaign but not install the multiplayer.
Well, the way that I gather it probably would be is that you would install the game in full first, and then if you wanted to take pieces out, you could probably do it manually then. Because I don't think every time you install a game, it's going to be like, okay, what do you want to install? It's probably just going to be like, we'll install it in full, and then you can select it as you go.
Because honestly, like for myself, like with you guys, we all play Grand Theft Auto. We try to do it weekly, but it's like right now I enjoy playing the campaign, like the side missions and heists with you guys more than I would probably enjoy.
Yeah, it'd be nice
to.
I mean, hell, you want to talk like our other buddy that's not on the show that we play GTA with? He has a really small hard drive. He'd probably be great on him if he could uninstall the campaign.
Yeah, and the campaign's quite a bit. Yeah.
Now, the interesting thing is that the article only says the Series X and not the S, which is interesting. I'm actually going to read down this article to see. Okay, no, I think it just the title said that. It looks like it's both. It would be really weird if it was one console.
Especially since the one they'd ignore is the one with the smaller hard.
Yeah, you figure it would make more sense for that one.
I feel like, yeah. Still, that's a really cool feature, and this is what's making me so excited for the new consoles. It's no longer about like the bigger, better graphics. They're there, but it's now all those other things that we never realized we wanted.
I don't
Quick
know,
resume, installing only parts of the game.
I personally don't think there's a need for that much of improved graphics nowadays.
Who's asking for it?
Yeah. So I'm saying it's not about the graphics. Now it's 60 frames a second, 4K, quick resume, so you don't even have to pause your game or shut it off. Like you actually just resume right to the spot you left off. And
when we saw the PS5 review with Spider-Man Miles Morales, the transitions were all near flawless. It was fucking incredible. Yes.
Like instantaneous load times. This is the stuff we're
still getting better graphics because obviously consoles are now getting 4K. So granted the graphics are still
also
going to be
the NBA.
Yeah, the NBA.
NBA
there was a
2K1.
Great image. Somebody was showing what Steph Curry looked like on a college basketball game, like back in the early 2000s. Then showed 2K10 and then showed 2K21. Like the amount of steps that we've done in less than 20 years is insane.
I
It's
respect
insane.
that.
Yeah, like NBA 2K21 looks phenomenal.
To
Like
be-
the actual
It's still
quality
going to
of
be a
those
fucking
graphics is
cash
insane.
grab,
Right.
but you know.
You know what? You know which
Oh,
graphics
yeah, I know. As a game, it
enjoyed-
sucks.
You know which graphics I enjoy the most for a basketball game? The bobblehead mode for fucking NBA.
Yeah, I had a
Jam.
feeling you're going to go
That
with the
was
most like
awesome.
that has nothing to do with
That's
this
what I assumed.
conversation, but you know.
I know, but it looked cool though. It was still fun to watch.
But because as king
Yeah,
of the
fun to play
segues, since we were talking about
Oh, here we
what
go.
we're going to do with all the space on our hard drives. So, we have 3
More
months left
porn,
of this year.
More porn.
We have
I
3
love
months
this
left of
segue.
this year. The odds of us having a coronavirus vaccine is probably spring at this point. So we may be looking at 6 months to go.
Zero
Maybe
now.
a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. Don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to be tomorrow like Trump says it's going to be, but that's a whole nother fucking conversation. But
Yeah,
potentially for the rest of this year and for up until maybe like the summer, when especially because that'll be when I'm at least open to getting a PS5. I don't even know if I still will at that point, but that's a problem. I have at least 6 months to worry about, so who cares? I thought it'd be really interesting because we had this conversation yesterday in the Discord, which if you are watching on YouTube or checking this out on my Twitch channel, I actually think I have the link in the Twitch channel as well now. So there, if you guys want to join the Discord.
Also, a really good segue.
Yes,
Another really good
I'm
segue.
So, I'm so
right into
good.
Discord.
It's almost like I'm the
Fuck
host of the
this.
show. I'm
Yeah,
a
you're doing a good
trained
job.
host. Yeah, you guys should join the Discord and yell at us all the time. It'd be fucking great, especially Vish. Vish needs to be yelled at more often than ever.
bitch,
Yeah,
please.
He's got to be put in his place.
No,
sometimes.
it's Vish, please.
Oh no, I'm talking to you.
I'm not dog. That's
Why haven't
Brittany.
we coined Vish, please?
That's our old
That-
like co-host that we don't have on the show anymore.
Hashtag bitch, please.
Oh, fucking pandemic.
But yeah, I figured it'd be a great conversation to have this out in voice for everybody to hear, just to watch our struggles, because the idea of what we all think we're going to fit in the next 6 months is kind of crazy, especially for me personally, because I'm looking at the schedule being like, why do 3 games that I really, really want to play are happening within like 3 weeks of each other? And they're all long-ass games.
And then there's me thinking, oh,
Cyberpunk
that's
and
cute.
What
3.
else?
Well, yeah, Chris is going to get a PS5 with the PS Plus collection and just be like, I already have 20 in my backlog of this console I just bought.
Adam,
Yeah.
Cyberpunk and what else?
So for me personally, October 27th, I think, Trails of Cold Steel 4 will be out.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
the 10th of November, Yakuza Like a Dragon will be out. And then I believe it's the 19th is when Cyberpunk is out. Now, I have told myself... Squirrel's in the chat again. He said, Valhalla, bring me Vikings. I would love to be playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Watch Dogs Legion as well, Squirrel, but fuck Ubisoft, I'm boycotting them because they're fucking predators, so go figure.
Assholes.
So they can wait.
Okay, so
They
I
can
feel
wait.
like what-
That's a
may I just
2021 or at least 2022 problem.
I just got to make one observation. With Yakuza, they miss an opportunity where if they called the game like a hurricane, they could have totally fucking gone with Rocky Like a Hurricane by the Scorpions as the theme song.
I
theme song of
mean,
the game.
why would Yakuza do that? They have their own wacky shit they do
Yeah.
instead. They don't need.
It's such a good song, and it would have been so perfect
Not
for
honestly, not in Yakuza.
Not in Japan.
It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work.
Yeah,
I'm being,
okay.
I don't
I'm
know.
being
Maybe I'm
serious.
wrong.
You don't get to say
Okay.
these things when you've never played the game. So shut the fuck up.
Vish, please.
Exact. Hashtag Vish, please.
Please,
like
please, everyone use it. It would be awesome. I'll be
Yeah.
I'll be more than happy with
Squirrel.
that.
Just Squirrel. Abuse. Hashtag Vish, please, for me, and just go nuts on Twitter and just try to get that going for us. You know.
Instagram,
If we get enough
Pinterest,
hashtags, we'll trend.
Facebook. Like, let it happen.
We'll trend so much.
everyone.
We'll have 5 people in the Twitch chat someday.
Yes.
Everyone on Twitter's like 33 million people
Dude.
have retweeted hashtag Vish, please. No one knows what it means.
I mean, that would be the most internet
you're
thing to happen.
welcome.
So
That would be, right?
something's trending. No one knows what it actually is. That is so meta.
We get
Yep.
Yeah, that's very meta.
Okay,
I love
okay, so you're saying the 3 games that were coming out, and then
So here's
before
my problem. I've already pre-ordered Cyberpunk, right? And I've told myself I am not fucking waiting to play this game. I've waited through several delays. I'm not waiting anymore for this fucking game.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play this. The problem is that the other 2 games I want to play in Trails of Cold Steel 4 and Yakuza Like a Dragon is they are long-ass fucking games, and there is no goddamn way in my current setup, not to mention I want to do streaming still, so there's other games that's going to take away my playing time. There's no way I'm finishing at least a JRPG that's going to take me about 80 to 100 hours, and a Yakuza game that could take me from anywhere between 50 to 100, depending on how much I get like attracted to some of the side stuff. Because I don't know if, Chris, you've gotten far enough in Yakuza 0 that you've gotten into the hostess clubs.
No, not yet.
Okay, yeah, when you get there, you'll understand why I sunk about 10 to 15 hours into that alone, so...
Yeah, so you're going to be banging hostesses.
No. It's literally it's almost like do you guys remember like the Diner Dash like Facebook games?
Oh yeah, I remember
it's kind of like that, and for some reason it's addicting.
You're running a restaurant or a club.
Yeah, you're running a club, and for some reason it was that addictive that I wanted to do the whole thing. So that took like another 10-15 hours of my time.
I'm addicted to the real estate part. Of course, I'm going to get addicted to running a club. I want to run a club.
You're a completion. Okay, that's.
I'm not a completionist. Chris is more the completionist than me. I didn't really complete Yakuza because I'm not the guy that I'm not a trophy hunter. I play the game to the length that I want to, but I'm never going out of my way to get stuff unless I want to do it. So I'm not doing it because I want to finish.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
I don't want to get a trophy. I'm just like, I really like this part. I'm gonna keep doing it until I don't want to anymore. It's like, I didn't have to play like 20 hours of Blitzball when I played Final Fantasy X, but I fucking love playing Blitzball. So I just played a shit ton of Blitzball.
Is it basketball or?
I love Blitzball so much.
Blitzball is like underwater soccer. That's what Blitzball was.
Cool.
Actually, that's not true. They used to
literally underwater.
It's like underwater soccer handball.
Underwater rugby.
I don't think handball you can use your feet though.
It's kind of like rugby because you can tackle. Yeah, it's hand and feet. Can you kick in rugby? I mean, you do.
Well, yeah, if you're doing it for like punts and stuff, but whatever.
Yeah,
we're getting into weird stuff. I don't want to offend our one British person in the audience with rugby stuff either, because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. So,
isn't rugby? Oh no, never mind. Yeah.
See, shut up. But yeah, that's the problem. Is like I know that none of these games.
British.
There's no way that none of these games I'm going to finish before Cyberpunk, so it's like I can't touch any of them. So that means that by the time we get to like the end of the year, I have 3 games that I'm going to want to go massive ham on, and those are all going to be like 40+ hour games. And that's not counting anything else that might go free on PlayStation Plus. It's not counting what Xbox Game Pass might throw at me. That's not counting like some crazy sale like Ghost of Tsushima goes on sale. Or Persona 5 Royal. There's all these other things that I'm like, oh my god, I keep looking at my list thinking I'm so fucked if the deals keep coming my way. Like obviously the whole thing that started was Trails of Cold Steel up until the day before its release is $20 off for the fucking deluxe edition, which of course I want because it's got the swimsuits and magical girl outfits. Why the fuck wouldn't I want that pack?
Those swimsuit outfits are very high in stats. It's all about the defense they provide.
So I feel like it needs to be said, Squirrel just said in the chat, rugby is the manlier version of American handball. I think he's trying to take a shot at the NFL, guys.
As he should. Should. I don't like the NFL even a little bit, minus the Super Bowl, because they have great commercials.
Man. As Vish would say, Bears.
Fuck NFL. For all our NFL listeners, I don't care.
You have said this on the show, Vish. Don't lie to me.
I have, but in IRL, I'm unfortunately a Cowboys fan.
No one gives a fuck. Anyway, so yeah, aside from all of that and me just having such a horrible urge of trying to play Madden, I'm just kidding. I'm not fucking playing Madden. But the list is
Madden 2021.
The list alone, not counting surprises or anything else. Like, luckily, the next 3 months of 2021 are not horrible because I don't care too much about what's coming out then. But we also don't know what's coming still. There's stuff that could still be revealed. It's like, shit. Just from these last 3 months of the year alone, I'm like, oh my god, I'm not fitting all of this in 2020. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. That's a lot. I mean, I would try it.
I'm going to try. I'm not going to do a very good job of it, but I'm going to try. I did say if
have you considered
Xbox Game Pass happened to put Yakuza Like a Dragon on that day one, I probably just use that as my stream game as like a way to balance. But I don't think that
That's what I
game
was
would be
gonna
on
ask.
day
What
one.
if you made one of the games a stream game?
It probably wouldn't be a day one thing, so I can definitely wait. And Trails of Cold Steel, 100%, I would never play on stream because it's not interesting enough for me to stream solo. I feel like I would never be able to make that entertaining. Like, if you wanted to watch me just grind endlessly, sure, but I don't know if that would be as entertaining as me playing a game where I'm probably beating the shit out of people with a blowtorch. So.
Would you want to play Cyberpunk as a stream game?
No, not because I don't think it would be interesting, but because that game is such like value to me that I want to play that alone with my headset on, with just the audio blaring and not having to think about anything.
So what you're saying is with no pants, so you don't want the webcam on. Got it.
I mean, if it weren't for the bed bugs in my house, I'd be wearing no pants right now. So, you know.
I'm really surprised you're wearing pants in your house in general.
I mean, if I don't want my legs to be covered in bites, I kind of should. So
it's also October in Canada, so
I don't care, dude. If last year in the middle of winter, I was fucking not wearing pants. It's just I don't care.
Oh yeah, because
So
winter's when things finally
I'm-
are the temperature I need. Because I'm always hot.
I'm definitely glad I drank some gin tonight, so I can not have that image in my head.
This
now you're only
this
gonna
segment
have
of the
that
show
image
is
in your
sponsored
head.
by MeUndies.com. Side
And
note,
gin.
that is my goal in life. My goal in life is to have a podcast where I can get a MeUndies fucking commercial in. That's my fucking goal. I advertise
That's
that
when you know
company
you made
enough
it.
without
Adam,
getting
yeah.
paid.
You
to do
get
it.
those abs and ass, and we're gonna fucking do it.
Fuck that, man.
Actually, I got a little bit of this is a little bit of a segue and off topic, but mad respect to Rihanna. No. Do you know what she did?
You better fucking make this make sense, because I'm already annoyed that
No.
you just brought up Rihanna for no reason.
No. Okay, so she launched a lingerie and underwear line.
I can't wear it.
And-
Why do I guess I could wear, but I don't want to wear it.
No. She actually brought one dude who's like super jacked, and then another dude who's actually husky and lumpy and out of shape as models on her website, showing that guys should come in all shapes and sizes and showing exclusivity that, like, you know what? Anyone
She
can
did
wear
guy
this.
underwear too.
Yeah.
I thought you
So-
said lingerie, so I'm like, she brought random
I'm
fucking
picturing
shit.
these guys in thongs.
I did say lingerie and underwear.
You started with
No.
lingerie and you brought up Rihanna, so my immediate was like, oh, it's women's stuff. Okay.
No, but the fact is, it's like.
By the way, MeUndies already does
matters-
that. They have plus size models too. It's not a
I
new
get
thing
that.
anymore.
But the thing is, though, someone like Rihanna, you would not expect her to do that, and like, especially,
Yeah,
like,
because no one fucking cares. It's just underwear.
I get that, but you
Oh
know what,
shit,
though?
we got somebody else in the chat. Arugular Carrot, I hope I said that right. Arugular Carrot says, I want to see a dad bod in a Fenty thong. Fuck yeah, thongs for everyone. Hashtag
exactly
what we
all
want. Everyone.
thongs matter. Actually,
For
I literally
everyone.
haven't. I literally,
For
I
everyone.
tried at one point because I wrote an article about it way back in the day because I thought that it was really stupid that anime really doesn't ever do butt shots for dudes. So I was trying to make hashtag all butts matter trend.
I remember you made an article, the top 10 best male anime butts.
Okay, Squirrel. I'm never gonna get sponsored by Raid Shadowlands. I will refuse to go for pay to win shit. But the Manscaped stuff, I fucking bought one of those too because of podcasts. So you know what? Screw it. MeUndies and Manscaped, I'm done. I've got my fucking like things in there. We're good. It's perfect.
Those two are everywhere. Every podcast seems to be sponsored by MeUndies.
And as
or
somebody who has
Manscaped.
both of them and is not getting
Which
paid to
I'm
say
totally
either
okay
of them,
with.
MeUndies is legit the comfiest shit I've ever worn. And the Manscaped stuff, I've used it once so far, and it's like the most easy shit and didn't nick a goddamn thing. Which thank fucking God I didn't nick a goddamn thing. But either way,
And now we know a little bit more about Adam's daily routine.
daily.
Just a little.
So I
Wait,
have
just a
these-
little or a little?
Look, did anybody
have-
does anybody remember the last Harold and Kumar movie when they went to the pantsless party?
Which one's that one? Guantanamo
Best
Bay or
party
the
ever,
Christmas
yes.
one?
Yeah, where they went to the pantsless party. And the one
No,
guy
no,
had
they-
like the one guy
Guantanamo
they
Bay.
claimed his bush looked like
Oh,
Osama
okay.
bin Laden's beard.
Oh yeah, that was fucking amazing.
I'm not that
That
bad.
was
I'm
good. I
I'm not
forgot
trying to
about
say
that.
that I'm that bad.
Okay. Yeah. No, but
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah. No, but I just wanted to bring up that like I respect her for being inclusive like that.
I love how we just went from talking about what video games we're playing to talking about fucking underwear and balls. Okay, we're definitely going full circle here. Heh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like a
quick
ball.
question though, and this is a serious question. Has any guy or do many guys see like Calvin Klein male models and then go, "Oh, I wish they'd put regular guys up there"? Or do we just think like
Guys don't give a fuck.
underwear,
That's the
cool, I gotta
problem.
buy
No,
some.
you know,
Guys
you know,
don't give a
I don't
shit.
give a
I'll tell you
fuck.
one thing. This is actually a thing that bothers me a lot, because there's a lot of, I don't know how to say it nicely, but
There's a lot of fat fucks.
no, arrogant feminazis.
Oh, we're going the other
I-
direction.
I have no
Okay.
other
Yeah, this is
term
whack.
about this, where they'll be like, "Oh, I don't like the fact how women are sexualized in video games or comic books or in movies."
See,
it's like,
I see it because their approach is usually, why are they sexualized? My approach is, why isn't everything sexualized? Fuck it.
No,
All
but-
butts
okay,
for
Can we
all.
just sexualize everybody and make it even? Like,
no,
I feel
no,
like that's
what,
the proper
no.
thing.
What's bothering me about that is like, you look at the Marvel movies. I can't recall. I don't recall anyone ever criticizing Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, Chris Pratt.
They literally
like
have a joke in the Avengers Endgame about Chris Evans' ass.
Yes.
Yeah. No, but it's like,
No one does the anime compare breast sizes thing in any of the
What?
Avengers movies.
so I will say
It's true.
myself.
It's
I
true.
will openly say this right now, that yeah, while old man jokes don't get to me, and I will say this honestly, body shaming shit does. Like,
Oh yeah, but body
unfortunately, like,
shaming is different. Like that's bad.
no,
That's
but
bad.
what I'm saying, what I'm going at this is like, people are like, they're getting upset about women being sexualized in comic books and movies and video games. Every single lead man in any video game, comic book, or movie is a ripped dude, is
Yeah.
a like chiseled dude, is a guy who's basically like chiseled out of marble and is like epitome of perfect. Like, there's a joke of a meme. It's like, this is Barbie, lowering self-esteem and raising unrealistic standards for women since this age. And then there's a picture of He-Man. It's like, this is He-Man.
Well, again, the reality is that most guys don't really pay attention to that stuff, because this is the thing. I need to make a video solo on this on my stream one of these days. I want to do a lot of research for it. Because there was a question I saw in a Reddit thread a while back where it was asking the question, are women sexualized more in video games than men? And the answer is actually yes, but it's not because of what you think it is. It's because, generally speaking, what we find attractive in men is not necessarily just taking clothes off. Like, you can't just make
Sure.
every male character topless and suddenly all male characters are sexualized more. That isn't necessarily solving the problem. Like, you can't have every guy naked in every game and that doesn't change anything, because a lot of people aren't generally looking at guys the same way. It's for the reason that, like, generally speaking, like, people aren't looking at dudes like nobody's like turning around to see what a guy's butt looks like more often than not, like the way that every guy will do when a mildly attractive woman walks past them.
My ass is stared at all day.
Well, yeah, because
Perfect.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, she should be staring at it all
Canada's
the
ass.
time. Because I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's the
With the one
argument too that,
person I
like,
live with, yeah.
generally speaking, more often than not, I just need to go and get the research numbers to really back that. But generally speaking, more often, what makes women attracted to men is less what they're not wearing and more what they're wearing and how their body language is saying. Because again, confidence is a big thing, right? So
Yes. Yes.
I
in
get that.
actuality,
Like
there's even a
bending
possibility
over
that men
shot
are
and,
men
yeah.
are sexualized heavily in games. We just don't know because we don't view it like that, right? So.
That's the part that's bothering me.
But that's the
Also,
thing.
if
It's
you
like
take
there's
the Marvel
no way of
movies-
evening the scales. The only difference really
No.
should be is that we just need people to stop like getting upset over women having a slight amount of cleavage in a game. That's really the
Yeah.
one thing.
Yeah.
Now, it's not to say that it isn't a problem in certain places. There are places in games where it doesn't make sense to be having that shit. But a game like Soul Calibur, when it's fantasy fucking fighting game, yeah, no, there should never be a problem with Ivy Valentine or anybody else in that game. But if we're talking like Heavy Rain and every female character is literally wearing a bikini the entire time, like, yeah, that's a little
It
weird.
doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I get that part.
But if you take the Marvel movies, because Vishal, you mentioned the Marvel movies, people are like, oh, in Marvel, all the women are sexualized. Every Marvel movie, think of one of the movies where the girl's in like a bra or a bikini or something. Doesn't happen.
Only one.
None of the Marvel
Iron
movies.
Man 3 with Gwyneth Paltrow. That's
Was she in
the
a
only
bikini?
one I can think
Was she
of.
in?
No, in
I
Iron
don't
Man
even
3,
remember that scene. That's
No,
how much-
because at the
that's how
end
much I
when
don't
she
even
was fighting the guy,
Oh, the sports bra.
Yeah.
Sports bra.
which
yeah.
really it
Okay.
was quite modest, to be entirely honest.
Yeah,
Well, and
it
again,
was
too,
just
it's
a sports
because
bra. Yeah.
it wasn't an important part of it too. Like Marvel movies are
Yeah.
not meant to be like they are meant to be in that
frankly,
specific. They're not like what a Bond movie is, for example, when like there's guaranteed at least like
Yes.
one.
The Bond movies I can understand that part, but I get that part with the Bond movies because the women are they don't really have a lot of characterization.
They're meant
recently.
to be the femme fatale kind of trope.
Yeah, until recently.
Yeah, and
like,
James Bond is walking around, also coming out of the water with his
Yeah, I
abs
mean, fuck
ripped,
the first
in Casino Royale.
swimsuit that Daniel Craig
With
came
a
in. He came to
bulge.
fucking shorts too, like which was pretty
It's like,
unusual.
What's up?
Sooner or later we're
And
gonna get a
here's a
James Bond
sexual
with a fucking
man.
speedo, and I'm gonna be like, fuck yeah, we are. But you know that's a whole different fucking ballgame.
So, like when you're talking about the next 3 months of the last 3 months of.
Oh, are we going back to what we were
2021?
talking about after like that random 15-minute aside?
Wow, that tangent's over.
So I don't really have a lot to say, so I can go quickly. Unless Chris, if you want to go ahead, go ahead.
No, you go.
Stop being so goddamn
mine's
nice and
fucked.
just say
You
your shit.
go.
Okay.
Stop being Canadian.
When
I'm sorry.
Sorry, eh?
So when I am talking about like my next 3 months is as mentioned previously, I am going through some really heavy shit in my life right now where I'm like basically scared of the future. Like I'm legitimately going to bed and waking up like scared of like what's happening next.
I know.
Like,
I keep staring in his window every night.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm gonna get
Holy
my
shit,
gun
that's terrifying.
license.
God. Thank God I'm on the 17th floor.
So, and I think like I've been on a little bit of a self-destructive.
Our goal is
path.
to get you to watch The Man in the High Castle and then The Expanse. That's our fucking goal for the next 3 months.
Man in the High Castle is
they're
going to
making
happen after I finish The Boys season 2, which ends tomorrow. Actually, like after we are done playing games on Grand
And he's
Theft
still going to
Auto.
talk about it for 4 more months after that.
And still avoid all the shows we want him to watch.
That is true.
Well, like I said, Man in the High Castle, I'll probably I have to start again because again
You watched half an episode. Of course you have to start again.
Yeah.
That would be like saying, I need to
lost half
restart
an
playing
hour.
Final Fantasy X. How far did you get? The tutorial?
Should probably do it again.
So what I really like, again, it's the whole like issue that I was going again today with body shaming. Like, unfortunately, like I said, like 2020 seems like the year that things were taken from me. I was doing
Things are
really
taken from
well.
everybody. Fuck, this year's been a write-off for, I think, like 99% of the population.
Notice the bottle is
I
upside down.
was-
That's 2020, right?
You were supposed to say that for me for Friday, fucker.
It's right here.
You're just lucky I have a gift card for the keg that we could take advantage of.
Gift card for the.
Did I say that out
That's
loud?
amazing. Yes.
All right, everybody like hound Vish and try to find the code for his keg card so we can't use it.
You see that number, Chris?
0.
Talk about the
I see a bunch of
goddamn
fives
games.
there.
Nobody wants to
Yeah,
talk about
talk about
steak
the game.
right now, unless the game is Cookin' Mama that you want to play.
No.
Now I kind of want steak.
So
Go on.
one thing I definitely want to do is try to get my fitness back. I want to be able to go into 2021.
Shit, Chris, give him Ring Fit.
That's
I
a
want to go
good
into
idea.
I want to go into 2021 with either at my goal weight or close to it. If I'm close to it, I'm you know what? And then I want to get my food back. So and then for fun stuff, I want to finish a few things. I definitely want to finish Devil May Cry 5. I've been playing it, and again, it's just the way the game is designed. It's not very addicting, I would say, which is a good and bad thing. I'm definitely gonna finish Donkey Kong Returns. That's not gonna take much longer. I think I can finish that by month's end easily. And again, I'm looking at going into the one game.
Shadow of Mordor.
Yes. Because I feel like that just is going to be very violently satisfying and fun to play, and possibly completing a little bit of my backlog, because I do have compared to you two, mine's quite small. So those are the things I would definitely like to do for 2020, and the main thing is building a credible social media and blog following, because I've been doing well. It's I have been trying to focus on other important aspects of my life where I haven't been able to really put my focus towards myself and my own goals. So my biggest thing is I want to focus on my own goals, focus on bettering myself. Is that a word or no?
Yes.
Okay. Bettering myself and just like branding myself, really. So those are really what I want to accomplish for the rest of 2020, because frankly 2020 has taken a lot from me, and I want to be able to at least try to get something out of it, because frankly this year has fucking sucked major donkey dick.
So depression aside,
And
2020,
Yeah.
the year of Donkey Dick,
yeah.
for
what are
sure.
you talking about? There wasn't even a Donkey Kong game out this year.
Michelle's playing it right now, but it's 10 years old,
It's
maybe 13.
might
No,
be on
no.
the Wii. Might be on the Wii. No, it might
Yeah,
be
this
on
is
the
the
Wii.
Wii one. Yeah, it's like 13 years old or 10 years old.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So Chris,
Vish is playing with
what do
his
you
Wii.
have?
Talk about 10-year-old jokes.
Wee.
Chris, what do you have planned for the rest of 2020?
All right, so the next
It's
3 to 6
not
months
what, is
for
how
me-
many.
Yeah, it's gonna be gaming wise. It's gonna be fucked. That's all I can say.
Because that's the thing too.
Because-
Like my list is really 3 games, but if we're talking stream games too, holy shit!
Well,
The list
Adam, the
list
thing
that
is-
I have is nuts.
Adam, with you, your 3 games are an average person's 6 or 10 games.
Well, that's the
True.
thing. I'm not the guy who's playing like literally like every 10-hour game out there. I like my experiences to be longer, not because I think it's value necessarily, but because I like games that like I don't feel like I'm gonna play in a couple of days and be done with, and then that's it. Like it's not even a value thing. It's like I really want to enjoy a story, and especially when it's a game that's that long, you have so many moments that you can like take and remember. Whereas like as much as yes, like a game like say Tell Me Why, when I played that for 6 hours total, it was a really cool experience. I've forgotten most of it already because it's just like I know like the story itself, but I've forgotten a lot of the moments about it already because again, it's such a short amount of time. I didn't get a lot of time to spend with the characters, right? So that attachment isn't there in the same vein of like say Final Fantasy games where I can really attach to characters because I've spent 80 hours with them.
Yeah, totally. I'm definitely the kind
I
of
get
person where I
that.
need both. I need like an 80-hour game, but I also need a 10-hour game in between until I get to my next 80-hour game. I need that like
Yeah, for every
It's
Yakuza
like-
game that you got to finish. Because this
Yeah,
guy's
it's
like,
like
I'm
a
going to take all the
recess.
Yakuza games. I'm going to take all the Trails games. And I'm like, you crazy son of a bitch.
that is
That will
should
take
be my middle
you
name.
That's going to be his
That's
entire
your
2021.
that's
At
your
least.
year. Like all the
And
Yeah,
this
there's
and
no
this
line.
and this mad lad
It's
is
gonna be a
buying a
lot.
PS5 too. Jesus.
Oh, there's more at
Are
this
you,
point. It's ridiculous.
So Adam, did you cave in and actually buy the discounted
I
Trails
haven't
of
yet, but I'm
Colosseum?
going to. There's no reason for me to not
You're
buy
going
it.
It
If-
makes
No, you have
sense.
to.
I'm
like-
gonna buy it, and it's giving me the version with all the extra shit for $20 less than the game probably would have opened at. So fuck, why? Yeah, wouldn't I?
Well, the way I look
Just
at
do
it
it.
is
It's a
you're-
good
you're
price.
Oh,
gonna-
You
I'm
don't
doing
miss
it.
out on it.
I just haven't done it yet because I have like 3 more weeks.
You're going to.
True.
I feel like you're going to finish. What's it called? Cyberpunk by 2021, if not early 2021.
It really depends
And
on the
then-
direction I take.
Yeah, and then Trails of Cold Steel, I think it'll be half finished by the time your birthday comes along.
I'll probably have finished Cyberpunk and Trails by my birthday and maybe have started Yakuza depending on the pricing. But that also depends, like I said, on what else comes out because that's another 5 months from now that other deals can come along, other games can go for free. So who knows, right?
Yeah.
There's so
that's
many
true.
ways to throw links in that chain. Or throw wrenches
Yeah,
in that chain, I should say.
Yeah, that's a lot of big games. It's a lot. Me, on the other hand,
So what's the highest priority? Start from the top and work your way down.
Oh,
Myself,
Jesus.
it's definitely the fitness.
That makes sense.
But
For
if we're talking about games wise,
Yeah, like what's your top game? Because you didn't really say that when you were going through your list.
yeah,
What's your big one?
I would probably say Devil May Cry.
Well, I'm talking like games you haven't started yet. Because I mean,
Oh,
you're
haven't
you're
started yet?
probably like halfway done that already.
No, not at all.
Is-
Okay, if we're talking about games I haven't started, then the only one there is Shadows of Mordor, because I haven't started that
Witcher
one.
3. Witcher 3.
I will play that one day. I will. You know what? If I can finish these, okay, Shadows of Mordor, I don't see being done in 2020. But if I can,
At the rate you play games, yeah, it might take it till fucking you'll turn 50 by the time you finish.
It's only
that.
28 hours, I think it took me. 28 hours, and I
Okay,
did like a lot of the side stuff, but that's like
well, as you guys
17
know,
weeks
my current situation, when that changes, then I will definitely make time aside for it.
I don't know.
So there,
I'm not sure about that because before all this stuff that happened with you, we would always ask you, "What have you been doing?" It's like I haven't actually been doing anything.
no, but it was different. I was we'll talk about that after
Either
the show.
way,
But it's
you've been the perennial. I have nothing to talk about from the show.
Well, it's okay. We'll talk about that after the show. But it's like those three. I want to finish them before 2020 ends, and 2021. I do want to start The Witcher 3 because I've heard unanimously that it's legendary, and also my cousin's husband has lent me this, and I haven't started this yet.
Amazon with baby delivery simulator.
Pizza delivery simulator.
Yes.
Baby pizza delivery simulator.
I need to know what that's like because I've seen a lot of videos, but not enough for me to like pick it up yet.
So
that's the thing.
That just leaves you, Chris. So what's your priority?
How do I prioritize this? So a little bit of a background. I have a Steam backlog, and my Steam backlog has 300
mind blown
80 something games on it. A lot of the games are like not full games, like they're not games, right? They're something I got for $1 at some point in a bundle, blah 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 blah. But still, shit ton of games. Been working on it for a while. I have a Nintendo Switch, which has about 10 unplayed games on it. But the good thing is a lot of them are indie games that I've just been wanting to play portably instead of on the TV because they just don't make sense. One of them being something like Wargroove, where I got it on PC for like $1. You'll love that game too. Yeah, and I know the type of game, and I saw it. I'm like, I need to play this on Switch. The retro graphics and everything.
It's basically Advance Wars. That's really what it is.
Yeah, it's Advance Wars, and I want to like that was also a portable game. That was like a Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, that was Game Boy Advance,
I think, right? Yeah, so for me, I want that on the Switch, and it was on sale for $6, believe it or not. So I grabbed it.
Yeah, I had it on Xbox Game Pass. I played it for a little bit. I don't know if I like it the same way because I like Fire Emblem games more just because there's a story aspect to it. Whereas Wargroove is kind of not really story-ish. I mean, there's like some banter, but it's mostly the game.
It'll be a game I play when I'm in bed or on a couch.
Oh yeah, that would make perfect sense.
Somebody's watching TV or something. Like it'll be my side game, but that's why the Switch makes the most sense. So I have the Switch that has about 10 games on it, but all of them also, luckily enough, are games I have in my Steam library. So when I beat them on Switch, I'm like, fuck it, it's off the Steam backlog. I've beaten it. Or besides my PC and besides Switch, I have bought the PS5 pre-ordered. It's coming November 12th. I also got a really good deal, Adam, that I showed you, where they were selling PlayStation Plus cheaply, probably because the PS4 is near the end of its cycle.
Yeah, I bought 2 years worth.
I bought 2 years. Yeah, so I bought 2 years. I haven't even activated it yet.
How much was it?
It was, I think, $40 a year.
$40 a year.
Is this still available? Do you know by any chance?
Probably not, but I can check.
It was available 2 days ago, so it might still be there, and I'll show you it after the podcast.
Yeah, because
it's a really good deal.
Because as I mentioned, I realized my PS Plus had expired.
Yeah, it's a really, really good deal. Like, I don't know what else to to say with that.
It's
it
a
was
good
just
deal.
ridiculous. So I bought 2 years, same as Adam. He bought 2 years, $80 for
Yeah,
2
it's
years
still
in
up.
Canadian dollars, by the way.
Yeah, it's still it's
That's
it's
one
it's
year.
normally $82 for a year membership, and it's 42 right now.
Okay,
Yeah,
can you post it in the chat, please?
That I will.
Just so I can add the link. I appreciate that.
So it's basically buy 2 years for the price of one, which is crazy. So now I have the PS5 coming. I'm going to buy Spider-Man because I need to. That's the game I have to play. I've already promised my nephew I'm going to play with him. He's like 4.5 years old and he's so into Spider-Man right now. He's going to love watching me play that.
You're replaying Spider-Man.
That, and I think he'll also like the Miles Morales because he's been watching all these shows.
Oh,
Spider-Man
so you're probably
has,
getting
like,
the Ultimate Edition for PS5 then.
Yes, I am, because I'm going to replay both with my nephew. He's going to love it, and I might as well. The Spider-Man game is so good.
Except at the end.
I'm not showing him.
I was going to say, is he emotionally stable to accept the ending?
He's not going to understand what's happening, minus Spider-Man beating up people. He's 4.5. It's like he understands, but he doesn't. He'd be like, "Is that an evil guy?" Yeah. Get the evil guy. Okay,
it's
let's
the
go
kind of
get
game that anybody
Right.
can enjoy too, because like my girlfriend does not play games very often, and I just handed her the controller and let her swing around in Spider-Man, and she was fucking loving it. So,
And I'm gonna let my nephew try and do that. See if he can pick up just that part of the gaming, just swinging around. It's only a couple buttons, but it might be too hard. We'll see. I'm gonna pick that up. Plus, it comes with the PlayStation Plus collection, which there's I think 9 games. It's on there really
that
bad.
you want. Yeah, I think the full list is
That I want. There's 19, and 9 of them I really want to play. So God of War, Uncharted 4, all these games I haven't played yet. Plus, there's stuff like Monster Hunter World, which is like 300 fucking hours. And Adam, I'm going to play that with you because I think you already have that.
The full list is Batman Arkham Knight, Battlefield 1, Bloodborne, Days Gone, Detroit Become Human, Fallout 4, Final Fantasy 15, God of War, Infamous Second Son, Monster Hunter World, Mortal Kombat X, Persona 5, Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil 7, Last Guardian, Last of Us Remastered, Uncharted 4, and Until Dawn.
I'm fucked, basically.
Damn.
So there's like 9 of those I really want.
And that's what's going to start
rare.
at launch. They're probably going to be adding more to it.
They're going to totally add to it. Every month, they're going to add 1 or 2 games to it. I'm going to be fucked. So basically, I'm getting, say, 10 games with the Spider-Man and the 9 I want there on PS5. So I've got Steam, Switch, those games on PS5, and I also did another ridiculous deal. And this is insane. I've been going back ever since Xbox announced all their stuff. I've been going back and forth with all this other crap that's coming out because it's like, all right, here's Game Pass. All right, Game Pass is really good. I'll sign up for it eventually. Oh, but we're adding EA Play to Game Pass. Oh, now Bethesda is going to be on Game Pass. It's like, holy crap. Now we're coming out with an Xbox that's like $370 Canadian. Also, if you want to do this all access $30 a month, here you go. They kept doing something that was like edging me closer and closer to being like, I need to get into the Xbox ecosystem. The price just makes it, yes, I already have too many games to play, but that price makes it where it's like, I don't have to buy a game maybe ever again, minus the odd like big game like Spider-Man, Cyberpunk, like that kind of stuff. They came out with another thing which made it impossible for me not to jump in. So 3 years of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is $17 a month in Canada, or $612 for the 3 years. Now that's buying 3 years all up front, but if you're doing monthly, $17 is ridiculous.
Okay, so you pay the $6 a month for 3 years, so 36 times 6,
$17 a month is what it normally is. And that gets you Game Pass on console, which is a little bit better than Xbox, the Game Pass on PC, but you get both. And you get Xbox Live Gold, which gives you the games with gold. So like PS Plus, they give you 2 or 3 games. Yeah, and you can play online. They give you 2 or 3 games a month also for free, much like PS Plus. And they added in xCloud, which is game streaming to an Android device, and soon PC or TVs or something like that.
Yeah, they
so you don't even have to
download
the game. Yeah. So $17 a month, it's like, okay, that would be good. But on PC, it's only $10. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to eventually jump the gun, get the $10 Game Pass on PC, and I'll stop buying Steam games. But then they announced another thing. If you have Xbox Live, you can upgrade however months you have left up to 3 years worth of months for $1. Not per month. Overall, $1. You go from Xbox Live to Xbox Game Pass. Xbox Live is $70 Canadian a year. So I bought 3 years of Xbox Live for $210. And for $1, I turned that into 3 years of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. So instead of spending $612, I spent $211 Canadian. And now I'm covered for the next 3 years. I can do xCloud, I can do an Xbox console, I can do PC. It works out to $5.80 Canadian a month.
And
even
I
if
really
I only
wanted
do
to
Game
do
Pass.
that, but I'm
Yeah.
so
Even if
strapped
I
for cash, and I'm like, shit, I can't.
Yeah.
You could whore yourself out to 50 fat checks.
Or I could just not. So, and that's what I'm gonna do. So
50 fat, that's $4 a sleep. Oh,
yeah,
I love
that's
it.
not a great deal, Vish. I'm not charging
for
very
the
good.
record, I hope everyone understands the Family Guy reference.
Yes, I do. But yeah, because even if I only use it on PC, that's $5.80. It's normally $10. But I'm getting all this extra stuff that I've now decided around Christmas, around the New Year, I'm probably going to buy an Xbox Series S for the extreme convenience of getting all the other console games.
I'm considering the
right
option
now,
anyway, just because of the monthly
So you're
pricing.
gonna have both, dude?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a PC and an Xbox Series S and a PS5 and a Switch. I will literally own every gaming console that exists as of right now. However, for the next 3 years, I won't have to buy a single video game, minus the very big ones, which I would buy on PS5.
I think you should get a Switch.
I have a Switch.
I think you should get a Switch Lite.
Alex has a Switch Lite. There's a Switch Lite in this house.
I think you need to get a 3DO.
All right, fine. I'll get Google Stadia. Let's just finish it off.
No.
Chris, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Don't do that.
Yeah, me neither. I'm kidding. I would never.
No, I would.
So
maybe on live.
On live, that's probably still a thing.
I mean, you can get Amazon.
Amazon Luna.
Yeah, Luna. That'll at least have a better chance, I think, than Stadia, because at least Amazon is people developing games.
Okay, am I missing? Is Amazon making a system?
Yep, they're doing their own Stadia.
Like Stadia. Yeah, but it seems like it's only subscription, no pay per game, but we don't know yet.
Yes, Squirrel, good idea. Get a Dreamcast. I like that idea.
So,
I had a Dreamcast. I missed that thing, but I have the Dreamcast collection on Steam. That's all the good Dreamcast games.
Well, I think they should bring back Jet Set Radio.
I have that on Steam too.
It's a great fucking game.
It is so good. But yeah, so I have 390 or 380 something games on Steam, 10 games on Switch, 10 games on PS5, and then now Game Pass Ultimate, which is going to destroy me. So my plan is thus, and guys, bear with me. The 10 games I have on Switch, I also have on Steam. Easy. The great thing is I also have a way on they're indie games. So I have them on Steam for like $1. But they're like retro style games, so playing them on Switch just makes a lot more sense. I was waiting until they were 75% off on Switch, buy them for like $4. Perfect, I'll play it there. The great thing is, PS5, Xbox, and Switch, when you take screenshots, you can put them on a little SD card, attach them to your PC, and then upload them to Steam like you played them on Steam. So when I play a game out on Steam, even if I play it on Game Pass, I can take screenshots, I can do my thing, and then I can upload it to Steam, and then change on Steam my playtime and what achievements I'm unlocked. So if I play a game I have on PS5 or Xbox or Switch and I have it on Steam, I can unlock the same shit on there.
Okay. So the save game data is cloud transferable.
It's not the save game data.
It's not the save game data. I'm going in, and because it's a PC and you can easily just like click, I unlock these 10 achievements, go. I can unlock the 10 of them on Steam as I unlock them on Xbox or PS5 or whatever. The screenshots I take everywhere else, I can put them on PC and be like, while I was playing this game on Steam, these are the screenshots I took, and boom, they get uploaded. Like basically it looks like I played the game on Steam and no one would ever even know I played it on a different system. This will help me get the backlog down on Steam, but also I'm playing it on another system that technically right now, like even when the Xbox Series S comes out, I think technically it's still better than my PC because it's 1440p 60 frames, and I can do that on my PC, but it depends on the game. So there's a possibility even that lower end Xbox will be better than my PC, which is scary.
Wow.
Because it's $370 versus my
$1,600
PC.
So the new Xboxes, are you allowed to does that have the capability of upgrading like the PS5 does and as easily?
What do you mean, like upgrading its?
They have.
I think you can put
storage?
another. I think you can upgrade the storage.
But
Yeah, it has this weird
so
storage
it's the same.
connector. Yeah. But I don't plan on, like, on the Xbox, I'll have 2 or 3 games installed on Game Pass. I'll play them when I'm done one.
You're more or less
uninstall
getting
it.
a Series S just as a Game Pass console for your TV, basically.
Yeah, I am
Oh,
literally
okay.
only going to use Game Pass and the Xbox Live Gold. I will not buy a single Xbox game. It's just that service only. And then PS5 will be where I buy, like, if I wanted Assassin's Creed, like, say I give up on Boycott and I buy that game, I buy it on PS5 because that would technically be my 4K, like, super powerful system, more than my PC, more than
Yeah, because if you're getting
Xbox,
the S,
especially
you're
more
only
than
getting
Switch.
1440 if you do the S. So
Yeah. And I'm only going to do the S because I'm only doing Game Pass. Like, I'm not doing this. I mean, it would be cool to get the Xbox Series X. Don't get me wrong. And a part of me is like, if I get the Xbox All Access, I'll get 2 years of Game Pass Ultimate. So change my 3 to 5 years and get the best console. But then I'm going to have that dilemma like, oh, I'm buying Assassin's Creed. Do I get it for Xbox or PS5? Xbox is technically more powerful. PlayStation's more fast. I don't know. I don't want to deal with that. So I'm going to do Series S.
that's a problem
keep it
to
as
think
cheap as
about later.
possible. Yeah, true.
That's future.
But I'm going to
problem.
be, yeah. So for the next many months, it's work on, hopefully play 4 games a month. 1 on Steam, 1 on Xbox, 1 on PS5, 1 on Switch.
What's the big one you
But
want to
whenever
knock
they
out?
double up on Steam, so the easy one I know on PC is what I'm playing now. So I've got Yakuza, Witcher, and I'm going to play a bunch of, like, smaller games. I want to play the original Doom because Doom Eternal is on Game Pass, and that'll probably be the first Game Pass game I play, Doom Eternal. But again, once I'm done Yakuza on PC, Yakuza Kiwami 1, which, yeah, sure, I own it on Steam, but I can get it at higher graphics on the Xbox, and it's on Game Pass. Play that next.
Assuming
PS5, I'm going
you
to play.
finish it by the time it's still on the service.
Yes, and if not, I mean, I have it on Steam and I can still play it there, but hopefully I get through it. PlayStation, I'm going to be playing Spider-Man with my nephew, and when I'm not playing that, it's either going to be, I think I'm going to do Uncharted 4 and then God of War. Those are my 2 top for the PlayStation collection. Those are good games, Switch is easy. I have a bunch of indie games. I'm finishing one called Hyper Light Drifter. I'll finish that.
Yep.
Do a little War Groove. What else do I have on there? Shit, I don't remember. There's too many. Oh, The Messenger.
Mm-hmm.
Hollow Knight.
You still got to go
All
and
indie
try
games.
out fucking Crosscode too.
Crosscode I don't own, but
And
it's
you
on Game
should.
Pass, so quickly load on Game Pass. Yeah, I know. Though that game also, I'm going to keep an eye out on Switch because I feel like that'd be a really good
that would be a great Switch
portable
game
game.
too.
Yeah, basically, when it comes to this buying games in the future, there's the odd PC game. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen Among Us.
Yep.
On PC.
I mean,
Vishal, this is that it's like that Jackbox game where it's a bunch of you are on a ship and 1 or 2 of you are aliens, and it's all about you, like, figuring out who the alien is and who's on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
There's a game on Steam and on iPhone and Android that's just like 12 of you on a ship, and it's all online. So it's not like couch co-op, it's all online. And 1 or 2 of you are aliens, and you're trying to, like, kill off everybody on the ship, or the rest of you are trying to figure out who the fuck the aliens are. It's just like that Xbox, the Jackbox game. But it's $5 on Steam, and it was on sale in July. I wish I knew this, for $1.24. So, by the way, when it goes on sale in the winter sale, I'm buying it for all of us. You know, happy, here you go. It's $1.24. You're all getting one. Like, I'm just going to do it.
And is it a co-op game?
No, it's
online.
It's co-op on whatever team you're on, but
Yeah,
No,
but
I
it
mean,
could be
can
that we all
like
play.
together or no?
we could.
Yes,
yeah.
but it's possible you could be an alien. So, like, we're playing together, but you might be the alien, right? But
who?
like, those kind of games I'll buy on PC. But other than that, I'm not buying a Steam game for a long time. My goal is to let the backlog sit and go
The
down.
only thing is, Chris, who says I'm not?
By the way, Chris,
Oh.
you still
Yeah.
I just remember too. You still have to go through Persona 4 Golden too.
I haven't even bought that yet. Fuck me. Yeah, see, this is
Said
the
he wasn't going to
difficulty.
buy a
So don't
Steam
buy
game. I just canceled out that idea.
Oh, is that on Game Pass or something? And I could be
No,
like, well, it was on
it's
Game
o-
Pass. Fuck.
Like
It's only on
'cause-
PC. Fuck
yeah,
me.
and Sony hasn't ported it onto PlayStation 4 yet, so you be stuck.
See,
with
that's
that.
weird to me that they haven't do that. Which is
I'm
weird.
honestly surprised if it's on PC and it's not on PS4 yet. That is kind of weird.
Yeah, like, download only $20 on PSN. That would sell like hotcakes, like crazy. But anyways, I'm gonna try and not buy Steam games. Let the backlog go down. I'm gonna play Spider-Man, but that's the only game I'm buying on PlayStation 5. until I play through all those games included with the PlayStation Plus collection. Switch, I mean, I'll buy the odd indie game, but I already own them probably on PC. So I'm only buying them to help get through the backlog, and it makes sense to play them portably. And then Game Pass, I'm going to play 1 or 2 games a month because it's included and it makes it. And I mean, if it happens to be a game on Game Pass that I already have on PC and I really want to play it, why not play it on Game Pass? Because then I still get to knock it off the backlog, but play it on a more powerful machine. I don't know. That's the plan. But the good thing is, for the next 2 or 3 years, besides the odd game purchase, I'm covered. And for Christmas, my family likes to like figure out like, oh, what do you want for Christmas? Here's like, we want to get you some for like $50. I'm just going to ask for like gift cards or money so that when I do buy the Xbox, it's almost like I only had to put so much of my own money into it. Yeah, because if I can get it that way, that means I got 3 years of Game Pass for $211. Got a
make
Xbox,
it like an Amazon card or something, because
like
you never know, you might find an SSD you want too.
He's got a point.
True. Well, I did get the SSD for my PC. God, what if I took that out and no,
it won't be fast enough, probably.
No, it won't be fast enough. It's only for 4,500, not the 5,500 the PS5 wants. But on PS5, I'm going to do the same thing.
That one that was on sale on Amazon today, there was a Sabrent one that was literally like half its price, and it still isn't fast enough. It's only 5,000. I'm like, dude, I could get a 2 terabyte fucking SSD at 5,000 of a write speed, and it's still at like $300, and it's just like, oh no, sorry, $400. The 1 terabyte one was like
still not
200.
fast enough.
It's just like, holy
It's
shit.
still not fast enough for the PS5.
It's a steal of a deal, and it's still not fast enough. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. In your PC, your PC.
Oh my god, it would be a godsend. It would be like Jesus Christ being reborn in my PC.
Madden,
like I put in a.
I told you not to give my computer Madden blessings. You'll break it.
Yeah, stop it.
It hasn't broken yet.
Because you haven't blessed it yet, and if you ever do, I will fucking kill you.
Dude, I gave you the Madden blessings before you bought that computer.
Nope.
Yes, it
didn't apply. Didn't apply.
I put one of those.
You have to apply it directly on it. If you ever put a Madden sticker on my computer, I am hitting you with a baseball bat.
Why the fuck would I have a Madden sticker?
To fuck with me?
Sure.
Okay, I got to go on Amazon right now for a second, guys.
There you go.
Oh, okay. I put one of those NVMe SSDs in my computer, and that one's only 3,500, like 3.5, or 3,500 compared to the 5,500 the PS5 is going to be. My computer starts off from being shut off, loading Windows, which is a lot harder to do than like the PlayStation OS. It takes 7 seconds to turn on the computer, load up into Windows, and it's only another 3 seconds before Spotify, Discord, and Steam in big picture mode opens.
Yeah.
It's a full 10-second process.
I'm getting a chubby just thinking about that possibility. So
imagine the 5,500 in the PS5.
You turn it on,
that OS
ready to go. You're like,
less.
oh shit, I wasn't prepared for that.
That's going to be 3 seconds, and you're in the home menu of the PlayStation from it being turned off,
and
not
somehow,
standby.
The apps menu in the PlayStation 5 will still be broken.
It better not, because also
I will lose my shit if the app section of that console sucks still.
Yeah. So me and my fiance are looking at buying a house, and I've already designed in my head my game room. And my game room, the PlayStation is also going to be the media center with all the apps and stuff. If that fucking app store is still slow just for loading up Disney Plus and Netflix and shit, I'm going to be pissed. Because that hard drive should not have that happen.
Okay, so I personally, from my experience, maybe with going back to the 360, I have known that the Xbox would actually be a more stable and faster media center than the actual PlayStation itself.
Well, as it should, because it's literally owned and made by a company that is a media center company. So
that is true.
Okay.
So maybe I should put it on the Xbox Series S if I get one.
That's what I'm
going to say when. It's going to happen. I'm going to get one.
Again, that's a problem down the road.
Yeah, exactly.
That's future Chris's problem.
That's future Chris's. So yeah, I have a lot going on. And it's going to be a very interesting next 6 months. At least the next month is just me. I'm trying to knock off as many shorter backlog games out of Steam to just get rid of them. Because once the PlayStation's here, I've only got a couple months. And then maybe an Xbox is here. And then I'm fucked. And I've already installed 2 Game Pass games, but they're for like the next podcast for me to talk about because they're a little spooky for October. So I'll be excited to talk about those next week.
I didn't know Madden was on Xbox Game Pass.
That's not spooky. That's horrifying. That's horrifying. Not playing no fucking Madden. Actually, Game Pass will have EA Play.
Yeah,
No,
so
I'll try a
it will
FIFA.
soon.
I'll play FIFA. I want to play FIFA. I do want to play a bit of that. And having it on Game Pass, meaning I don't have to pay for that, because I don't want to pay $70 for fucking FIFA.
So with
There's no way I'm loading up Madden.
Funny thing is that I've been because it seems like IGN's being good with reviews lately.
Yeah, they gave FIFA I think a 7.
Which
is
seems
fair.
about right.
That's fair.
Yeah, that seems about right for what I would expect.
It's like they gave Madden a very poor review, and same with NBA. I didn't see one for NHL, or I may have missed it. But
if they, I don't think
NHL
it's out
is
yet.
delayed a bit. Yeah, it's not out yet.
NHL isn't even
It
out
got
yet.
delayed.
Hmm.
But that's another game I would want to play a bit on EA Play through Game Pass.
Literally, EA
NHL.
Play is basically
I don't
just
wanna
going to be
buy.
I'll play Fallen Order, and that's probably about it right now.
Fallen Order is awesome.
Eventually, Squadrons will be on there. The Star Wars fighter, like TIE Fighter and X-Wing game, which looks really good. That'll probably be on there eventually. All the Battlefield games I'll play on there.
But it is what it is.
All these games basically I wouldn't want to buy, but I want to play. If that makes sense.
There's just going to be a lot of shit. That's that, and it's not a bad problem to have. It's a fucking great problem to have. But especially in these days where we should be trying to save money, unlike a lot of people who seem like they're all mad because I want to buy this now. It's like, or you can wait. There's a million other games out there for cheaper that you can also play.
Yeah, I feel like with the PS5, by the time I'm done the 9 or 10 games from the PlayStation Plus collection, they're going to add more games to it, or something ridiculous is going to happen, like Ghost of Tsushima is going to be added as a PS Plus game, which we would all love.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be like, fuck, and then I'm going to be in that. Like, I feel like I'm not going to buy a PlayStation game until Horizon next, March-ish, because first of all, there's not many others to buy, but I mean, that's also me avoiding Cyberpunk and all that other stuff, which is going to be, maybe I should just buy that. Fuck, I don't know. Basically, I'm going to be overwhelmed, and you guys are going to see me stress out every week.
I'm just going to keep praying that I win the lottery and I don't have to work anymore and I can actually start just playing games.
We asked Chris, "What have you been doing this week?" He's like, "Just leave me alone."
I bait 17 games this week. I've been up for 7 straight days. I quit work. I don't need money. Game Pass is taking over.
Well, speaking of quitting, I think I'm going to quit this show right now because I need to go to fucking sleep. Unlike our one British friend in the chat who's still up and it's like 5 a.m, but me on the other hand.
Yeah, dude, what are you doing up? What are you doing up? It's like 4:30.
Crazy bastard. But either
He's
way,
playing Madden.
He is British. He is not playing Madden. He's playing real football.
FIFA, yes. Madden, no. And don't. FIFA, at least the sport makes sense. Football in the UK is the real sport. Football in the US makes no fucking sense.
It's FIFA is actually fun and is actually not terrible.
It's still terrible. It's still like the amount of horrifying stories about people getting addicted to these things. Oh, it's bad.
Yeah, bad.
There's a reason why Britain's currently looking into possibly putting restrictions on them. So, but that's a whole other story for another day when that comes up. So I want to get out of the show because I really want to fucking sleep. So.
Yes, you need to sleep.
This has been the VCR Podcast, episode 45. Another long-ass show that I didn't think was going to be a long-ass show, but that is the show in itself. It's every time I think it's going to be a shorter show, it ends up not being somehow, so.
Wrong.
That's who we are.
With that being said, if you guys are watching the stream, either live right now or on the VOD, thank you so much for checking us out. Follow the Twitch stream for more stuff. I do solo streams sporadically. I haven't scheduled anything yet because I can't nail that shit down right now. Otherwise, you can view this on YouTube at CS Radical on YouTube. There are a bunch of other things there, including highlights from the streams that I do. If you are listening to this on audio platform, whether that's Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, many, many, many different outlets out there. If you can share it with all your friends and give us a rating, please do so if that is available to you. So, thank you so much for checking us out this week, and we will see you hopefully next week, and the week after that, and the week after that, when I continue to be the king of the segues, because Lord knows Chris doesn't want to be drinking too much when I'm making poor segues every show.
I finished a bottle of Hennessy. That's without your segues. I'd be dead with
you finished a lot of drinks without me making bad segues, man.
Adam,
I'd be dead with them.
Adam, it's a drinking game. Chris drinks, every time you make a segue.
No. We made the drinking game months.
No.
No, we made the drinking game before. It was when I make a bad segue.
It was a shot every bad segue. And today was phenomenal. So I don't know why I drank that much of a bottle.
No, it was
I didn't need to.
Totally phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Wrong.
But yeah, thank you so much for checking out the VCR podcast, guys. We will see you next week. Take it easy.
Cheers.
Night, everyone.